spells?
Level
Yeah.
5,
The-
right?
The level spells is level 5, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck!
I think
Damn
it's
it!
not relative to your level. It's sorry, it's not
I
like
thought I had it all figured out. I was like, this looks great.
Well,
this
you
looks
do.
great,
It means
this looks
your
great.
future plan, right?
You're planning ahead,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
fine.
you say that, but you're gonna
Dumbass.
be like this. Then he's gonna change the scenario. Like, well, did I say steampunk? We're actually like futuristic sci-fi where there are no. Everything's a robot
We are
now.
in space.
Good thing you loaded up on
So
psychic
all
damage.
resistant to fire and lightning. All right, cool. I think we're good. I'm just trying to see if we are live. I think it works.
I like how you changed the location to the Golden City. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, because that's where we are right now.
I didn't even
Yeah, it's good.
notice that. Holy fuck.
He changes it depending on where we are.
Can't wait for
We're
Anger
such an
slash
observant
Soul
group of
to.
people.
I can't wait for Anger slash Soul to just somehow establish a monopoly on the Golden City.
They're all gonna be soldiers.
Okay. Yes, we are live. I can launch us. Are we ready for this?
Hang on, let me go onto Twitch so you guys can have one more viewer.
It's very important.
wait, right? Should we do it on yours as well?
What's the Twitch?
Type in open a new browser.
Is that like
Oh,
a
sir. Yep, a new tab.
Mm-hmm.
Type in T. I think it should come up straight away.
E for Telak.
And then it says Twitch.
No.
Is this some weird porn? Because that'll be worrying.
There's not.
It's just
There
T
doesn't
belly
come up.
dancing.
Telak belly dance.
What is it, Ryan?
Oh, I found the website.
Okay, well done.
I'll link you.
Well,
What the
it's
fuck?
locked you
What are we
in
doing?
automatically.
Let's just link
Oh,
them.
wait, yeah, just go on
The
Discord, right?
fuck?
Why
What
are
the
we?
fuck? What was
testing it out?
that?
Alright, go on Discord, right? Click that.
The thing I just linked through.
Just mute it. Just make sure to mute it.
Yes.
You're gonna hit 3 of us.
Yes.
You're gonna hit 3 of us.
Why is your Christmas tree still up?
I bloody knew it. Because
We asked that last week.
yeah,
Every
Yeah, and it's
week.
still up.
Every
Last night.
week.
Ryan likes the attention.
I
She's like,
can't
oh,
let
let me
go.
angle it a bit out of frame so it's like not completely there, but someone will still notice.
You're being a real dick tonight.
Is that how Ryan talks, is it, T?
Such
That's
a shit
exactly how I
fucking day,
sound.
bro. You are my vent. I will vent to you about my day.
It has been
No,
a
you're
really
you're
crap
taking
day,
out on
actually.
her more like, mate.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, I will launch us, yeah?
Yep, let's go.
Sure.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 9 of our first campaign on Shumimasen, Kavinos Origination. As you will notice, Ren or Ray or Silene, as you depending on where you know him from, is not here today. He might join us a bit later, but he's still at work right now for another couple of hours or so. So he might join us a bit later.
Ooh.
Boo.
Yeah, it's Big Sage. But one of us, or I think Max, will be playing him, so it's not like Silene is entirely missing, so that's good.
Well, if there's a need to do Xylene, I will.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what's in store for us, but I guess we'll see. And I think that's not much, so we'll jump into the recap. Who's keen for it today? Eh?
Boom.
Who did it last week? Raymond?
Me.
No, you did
No,
it last
me.
week. Oh,
No, you still did.
Wait.
I want Soul to do it. No cap.
wow. So we've gone full cycle now. So Angus
Yeah, now
started
we're starting
it.
again.
It makes sense to go full cycle again, I guess.
Yep. Okay. I guess I can do it.
Yeah,
So
anyone can do it, really.
okay, I'll just do it then. So it'll be like Soul's journal.
Yeah, Soul's Journal.
Yeah, Soul's
Dear
journal.
diary.
So we rode a
When will
train.
Cat Monk notice me?
Can you shut the fuck up? Let the man recap.
Yeah. So we rode a train. We were ambushed on the train, but obviously not even a challenge. We slaughtered them all. We left one alive, and we got some information out of them. They are after this strange artifact that we've obtained from Bravanos. It's a golden vial or golden elixir within a vial. Soul doesn't really know what it is, but something that they seem to think is important, and we can't quite decipher what it is. So, to the Golden City, we've come to seek out an inventor by the name of Erlathan, who resides in the Shadowstar Court, but has a little workshop in Grit Gears. Erlathan has been told by many people to be an up-and-coming protege of the inventing persuasion. So, hopefully he can help us identify it, or at the very least, tell us what to do with it. While we've been doing that, we've also followed Ven to her home in the slums. We've gone to Kratios's workshop. We've met him. He's a centaur. Seems to be a fairly nice guy. Doesn't seem to be particularly interesting or can give us much information yet. But he does seem to be a generally tolerant individual and someone that we might be able to assist us with our forays into the Golden City. We've also noticed a building. It's called the Good Neighbor, which is apparently where these mercenaries have been sent from. Actually, the shop is a front for a criminal organization known as Bad Neighbor. There's supposed to be some sort of passphrase, but Sol doesn't remember what the passphrase was, nor is it particularly relevant. So we are going to figure out. So we've come to the Centaur's workshop. We're about to go for a long rest and set out into the Golden City to find out what to do with this mysterious elixir and try to find out who are these people who want it and why.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
that journal's lit.
Yeah,
It's
what a
not- it's
journal!
It's not an elixir, but yeah.
Whatever, Sol doesn't
Oh.
care. It's a
No,
something.
yeah, Soul doesn't care. I know. Soul doesn't care. In his journal, he probably just writes MacGuffin.
Yeah, he's just like plot device. We got railroaded into this.
Didn't want to hold it. Fuck this. So just
Okay.
wanted to be a fucking tailor, mate. Alright,
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
ready.
lost my suit.
Oh yes, yes, that's very
Yeah,
important.
you lost the suit. So,
Look.
just as Soul said, bringing us into the Golden City. Last we left off, the party was kind of deciding where to go from Hoofs and Heaves, which is right here. There are a few leads that they have. There may also be some shopping to be done.
Ooh.
So, as you are in Hoofs and Heaves and you see Van kind of just a little busy with the metallic dog in front of her and this small like flying monkey.
I am giving Gears many good screech.
Yes. What do you guys want to do? At this point, you also notice Silene, who has been relatively subdued for most of the duration of this adventure. Actually, um, kind of quickly glance outside into
The Woodland
w-
Remedy.
well, one thing is the Woodland Remedy, where it's this building where there seems to be a lot of greenery, but at the same time, Silene's kind of looking out, and you see her attention seems to be focused on the very small miniaturized garden that Kyratos has outside Hooves and Heaves. It is quite rare for even Kavinos to really even have a garden. So
Well, Sol's gonna turn to Alina and say, maybe let this guy have a look at whatever it is you're holding. Maybe you can tell us what it is or what to do with it.
Okay. Can I turn to Ben and ask her how much she trusts him?
Ben's busy.
Oh,
I'm giving. Yes.
Give me a screech.
Giving
Damn it.
screech.
okay.
Many good
You can
pets.
still call her. You can
Many
still
good
call her.
pets.
Okay. I don't know whether to trust him or not.
Then don't trust him. Let's go look for Erlathan.
Yeah, I think let's just go straight to Erlathon. He
Why
has
do
said
we
he-
trust Erlathan more than we trust Karatos?
We don't trust Erlathan either.
So
But he-
why would we
we
show
know-
Erlathan
we
before
know
we show
he has-
Karatos?
Because we know he has information. We don't know that this person has information.
Alright, fair enough. All
Yeah?
right.
What time of the day is it?
You
Is
would
it like
have
morning
reached-
or evening or?
You would
Same
have
time.
reached Kavinos around noon-ish.
Yeah, let's go to Grit Gears. I don't Grit, and let's go find Erlathan's workshop.
By the time you are settled down in Hooves and Heaves and setting out now, mid-afternoon, late afternoon. Yeah.
Let's go to Lord Scott and get some letters of introduction.
We need to do that. We need to go to Grit Gears and meet Erlathon. Shall we do that?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that Lord Scott lives in Shadowstar Court as well, which is where Erlathon lives. So we get a letter of introduction, swing by his house. If he's not home, break down the front door, and go take a look around.
Vampire. So I don't think it's that easy to get into the Shadowstar Court.
Well,
Sure it is. Let's go.
Oh, wait, hang on a minute. So you have money to buy yourself a new tailored suit. Do you want to do that first? Maybe before we go to the Shadow Court, or
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I need to give 8 gold back to Alina and 3 gold to Cat Monk.
Oh, gracias.
you don't need to give us the money back.
No, I'll
Well,
take it, bro. Cheers.
He has done it.
Okay,
Solo does
well,
not
Thank
honors
you.
his debts.
He just chucks it at you.
He's a Lannister, basically.
No, he gives it to Alina and chucks it at Cat Monk.
That's fair. That is very
Put it
fair.
towards a new pamphlet.
Oh right, I found your diary. This is yours.
Dear diary.
Okay, team.
All right, let's go.
Shall we?
Wait, what diary?
We're
Okay.
gonna go to Lord Scott's residence.
Okay.
Wait, we're going up and then we're gonna go down, or are we gonna go find Erlathon in Shadowstar? We think he's in there. I know he lives in
Well,
there.
no,
but,
no,
like,
no,
we
no.
don't
We know that he's in there because Lord Scott told us that's where his residence was. He
He
drew on the
lives
map.
there, right?
remember?
But he
I
works
thought
in
he was
Grit Gears. Is
Grit
that right?
Gears. I
No,
thought
he
was in
works.
Grit
He
Gears.
works in Grit Gears,
Yeah.
lives in Shadowstar. But by the time we get there,
He'll
Max
probably
said it's
be
gonna be
home.
like evening.
Yeah.
He might not. He might not be home, but we can always take a look at where he
Yeah, let's
lives.
go.
Check it out.
Off
Okay.
we go.
Do we want to make ourselves look a bit more presentable before we go to the swankiest place, or not?
Nah,
really?
Nah.
fuck that. Let's just go.
Nah, we're going.
Okay, cool.
America.
As you-
Yeah.
As you step out, and all of you step out through the door, Karatos calls from behind. Ven,
Yo,
could you? Where are you planning to go?
Shadowstar Court.
Just gonna walk in.
Yes.
Could you take Gears out for a walk?
Okay.
Okay.
That's his biggest concern.
You and Tova. You and Tova go get along, okay? Kyratos.
He glances at Terva, who kind of like gives a small nod, but you can see Terva is also glancing over to where Good Neighbors is, just kind of like scouting it out as well. Both the nods. He goes, "Uh, be careful in Shadowstar Court."
Smash is all over the place. We'll be fine.
We've all left the party. Like we're all left. It's just Van
Yeah,
talking to.
it's only Van there. Yeah.
Oh, actually,
We're there. We are at the
bef-
Shadow Star
be-
Court.
before I leave, I wanna just like lean into Tova and be like, Tova, nothing funny, all right? Don't do anything that. Well, actually, just don't do anything bad to
Actually,
Karatos.
before we leave, can I drop off my syringe hand? I just want Kyratos to take the fluids out in a way that Soul can redo it.
Like the numbing poison thing.
Yeah, he's kept a numbing poison hand. Maybe Kyratos can rejig it so that Soul can use it.
Yeah, sure.
And he just tosses it and says, "Can you make it work?"
What do you want it on specifically? Do you have any idea?
He holds up his left hand.
Might work. Might work.
Cool. Then Soul's walking out.
I skitter out after Nut, and then I look at Tova and say, "You touch any of my stuff, I'll take your eyes out.
I don't know where your stuff is.
Third floor, don't touch it." And then I leave.
Why did you tell me? You just left, and you see the metal dog just kind of follow behind you very slowly. As you walk out of Hooves and Heaves, you see Silene also gives a very small pause to cast a sort of spell on the kind of half dried up flowers outside of the flower bed, which makes them come alive a little bit more. Then you guys leave, heading towards Shadowstar Court.
So, are flowers rare in the Golden City?
Flowers are rare in Kavinos in general.
Can we
really.
take some and use it to impress people as we walk around?
They are currently a little bit dried, but it is possible.
Let's use it and use it to display our wealth as we walk through Shadowstar
Don't
Court.
touch those. Don't touch Kyratos' flowers.
Wait, are we displaying our wealth? What? Why?
Because
What?
we're-
What are we
we're
doing?
Aren't we trying to bluff our way into the richest part of town?
Yeah, but you don't have to touch characters' flowers to do it.
Do you know any other flowers?
Well, there's the shop across the road.
Look, I don't think a flower is going to fix what we look like right now. So.
Oh well, fuck it. Let's just go then. It's too much thinking.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Let me just do a quick check or something. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Doesn't work. Okay. So as you walk out of Hoofs and Heaves and you head down into Perfect Lights, this time of day, most of the shops are still open, but you
Ooh.
can see that they're kind of winding down almost for the night. It's like 3, 4 maybe.
Okay.
And as you pass by most of it, you see Perfect Light Terrace. Being a tavern, is one of the few establishments that's actually picking up rather than closing down,
Yeah.
and Screws Loose as well. But Perfect Light Terrace seems to have more of a repertoire of different guests, judging
Mm.
by the way they dress. You can also see Perfect Light Terrace has a small, as its name suggests, like a terrace on a higher platform, and there are many more distinguished looking guests as you walk by, kind of sitting there, looking down almost on like Perfect Lights itself.
What's our healing potion situation, guys? Do we need to quickly stop and buy
Hmm.
more?
I'm good.
I've-
But I think Cat used one in the.
I used
I
one.
have one left.
Which means I have one more.
Oh,
So
I have
we're good?
one.
Okay,
we should
then
be
let's
alright.
carry on.
Yeah.
Keep going
I
then.
don't know. We're a pretty.
At the rate I go down, I don't mind getting
Yeah,
some.
at the rate that I go down, one is not going to cut the
Wait,
mustard.
you've gone
Well-
down once, love.
Well,
you
where would the closest
Well, no, because there's a few shops that are wrapping up, or any of them.
Yeah, will we
potion
will we pass
purveyors?
any potion looking stores? Any herb
I mean,
places?
Woodland Remedy is the one that
Damn it,
you
that's the
want to
other
go
way.
to.
Yeah, it's the wrong
Yeah.
way. We're
Yeah.
not,
But we
we're
can
not
just
doubling
whiz
back.
there. It's just next door.
But I
right?
do.
Yeah.
I'll
we're-
use some feline agility to dash there and dash back.
Okay.
I would say if the plan is to get some potions, you can have
Hang on a
drop by
sec.
there first before you
Yeah,
head
yeah.
out.
Let's do that.
Okay, let's do
Yeah.
that then. Yep, fine.
Okay. Sure. And as you walk towards Woodland Remedy, you can see Silene perks up a little bit as she sees the shop. And the shop exterior, it stands out because of the fact that there are many vines and almost like wildflowers kind of twirling around. The
Ooh.
entire shop itself almost looks like it's just built from live plant, but you can tell it's not. It's just plants growing around it. You walk in through the door, and there is a very calm, patient-looking female elf that is just standing behind the counter. And as you walk in, as you first walk in, she doesn't actually notice you, and she seems to be busy trying to sort out some of the herbs. Her back is facing you, but you can see the long silver blonde hair.
Ooh.
Howdy.
Looks like a pretty regular shop. Yeah. And as you say that,
Okay.
she turns around and she goes, "Ah, didn't quite expect guests at this time. She quickly put some of the herbs that she was holding down below the counter. Yes, welcome to Woodland Remedy. Medicines, herbs, poultices, potions, whatever what's your fancy."
Hello there. Do you have any potions or any herbs, anything of the sort that'll increase my maximum health?
That's a meta phrase.
We don't really have anything that could improve your constitution right now. Uh, Healing of wounds possible.
Maurice, that what can you heal with?
I have potions of healing. Kind of glances at your party from top to bottom and goes, "Adventuring party like yourself probably gets it. Potions of healing. I do have potions of greater healing, but those will cost you.
How much are they?
Potion of healing is for 50 gold. Potions of greater healing are 200 gold each.
What's the difference?
A potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2. That's how much they heal. A potion of greater healing heals 4d4 plus 4.
Holy titties!
So it's double.
Up to
This
20
is
health. Yeah.
essentially double.
Or you could buy 2 normal potions of healing for
That
100.
also works. Yeah.
Mhm.
How many do you have?
Goes to the bottom of the counter, kind of pulls out. You see, she starts counting, and you hear a lot of bottles clinking against each other. And she pulls out one, slowly puts them. There's separates both of them from the pile. There are 4 potions of healing you recognize, and one slightly darker red, slightly larger bottle, just a single one on the side.
I'll take the lot. No, I'm joking. I'll take 2 of your lesser healings for 75 gold.
It's 50 gold each, sir.
So what's wrong with 75 gold then?
It's 100 gold total. You get the idea. She isn't sure if you're just bad with numbers, and
Bitch.
she's trying to be nice about it.
Oh my god.
You're not actually. She's not actually sure if you're.
Girl works in
If I'm
customer
actually
service.
bad. Alright, love. I understand you think I'm thick as fucking shite, but could you do me a deal here? Would you accept 2 for 75 gold?
I don't quite know you. I'm sorry, sir. We do have a business to run, so that would still be 100 gold.
Alright, I'll take 1.
That would be 50 gold then.
Alright, 50 it is then.
Okay. Does anybody else want to buy any?
I chuck it at her.
She kind of as you check it, she just hits her on the chest, and drops to the ground. Just, thank you.
No, I throw 1 coin at a time, so I throw 50
50
gold
coins.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
One, two,
embarrassment.
3.
As you start throwing like the
Uh.
5th or 6th one, you see she starts taking cover already, and she's like, can someone
Can I go up and grab Cat Monk to stop him?
Yeah.
Do I
After-
know this?
So
Do
I
I
was
know the
gonna-
shopkeeper?
Do you notice what?
Do I know her, like from living here for a little while?
You know, you kinda know her, yeah.
So wants to ask the shopkeeper, saying, "Look, we've seen a lot of non-humans in the slums area. Is this something that we should be aware of in the Golden City? Because we're relatively new here."
Well, the slums are just an area that the city forgot, to put it bluntly. It's not just that there's only non-humans there. There are humans there as well. It's just people who've been down on their luck. I will say, however, most of the non-humans seem to be. She pauses and like her voice lowers and she goes, Not part of the best organizations, shall we say."
We
Um,
understand. I mean,
I,
you
I
have a lot
would.
of neighbors here.
I,
Do you have any problems with any neighbors around
she,
here?
she
And I
kind
kind
of.
of look across the road at good neighbors as I say that.
Yeah, she kind of you can barely see it from here, but she kind of knows the direction where it is, and she goes, "Well, thankfully they operate mostly within Rust Box. It is easier, you see. The brass guard don't really go into Rust Box for fear of being attacked, especially in the Black Lanes."
So these neighbors, these good neighbors, do they have? Are they not touched by the law? Is that
The law doesn't operate the same way in Rust Box, shall we say? Um, it's not easy to recognize them even if they are actually out in the city itself. But I assume, considering there hasn't quite been any news of unsavory types getting into trouble in Kavinos, well, the major parts of the city of Kavinos, I would assume that they've been keeping their head down. They operate mostly within Rustbox itself. Not that they don't have business in the rest of Kavinos, but what their business might be, I would rather not know. And as soon as she says that, she kind of looks at all of you again, up and down, and she goes, "If you're planning on going in there, don't tell me what happens."
fuck? I can't remember who the leader of that good neighbors. Who's the
Glur.
guy that hired them all?
Glur. Glare was
Okay.
hired by
Uh,
the scrap
Does-
light.
Does the name Glur mean anything to you?
I don't really associate with them,
Fair enough.
so I can't help you there.
Cool. Soul's done.
Well,
She kind of straightens up and she goes, this is a upright establishment, so pardon the lack of help in that regard.
what's your name, love?
Um,
Vala. I was actually about to tell Ven because Ven knows this lady.
Her name is Lala.
Vala.
Oh,
Vala.
Vala. I was like, it's Lala, alright. Vala.
Another coin.
Lala and the surname is Fel.
my God.
Alright, I don't think we have anything else, Vala.
wait, no, I want to
Yes,
buy. I
sorry,
wanna buy
Alina.
two-
There you go.
Please, can I buy 2 of your regular healing potions?
That would be 100 gold.
Jesus.
She
That's
kind of
fine.
looks at all of you again, and she also glances specifically at the giant dragonborn standing at the back now, and she goes, I understand that your friend is strong enough as it is, but would he like something with a bit more punch?" And
Well-
as she does this, she kind of pulls out another potion bottle, very squarish shaped bottle. The liquid inside is transparent, but you can see that there is a single, what looks to be like a fingernail, but it's like a huge fingernail kind of floating inside. And the fingernail is like mm, almost as though it's made from stone. There's like the little like gravelly bits at the top of the nail. And she goes, stone giant, potion of stone giant strength. If you might want it. I just came in.
How much is it?
That goes for 200 gold.
Yeah, I thought so.
But the effect of that is essentially once you drink the potion for 1 hour, your strength score becomes 23.
Wow.
Anyone. It doesn't have to be soul. It can be anyone. Yeah.
I'm
Soul
just
doesn't
gonna
rely
stick
on
with my
cheap
healing.
trickery and
It's a bit rich for
Foolish
our
magics.
taste, Vala. But thank you for the offer. We
Yeah.
once Lena's done with her shopping, I think that's it from us.
Yeah. I'm just gonna give her the 100 gold. I'm not gonna ask.
You
her.
sure I can't interest you with something else? She pulls out another potion from below the counter, puts it up. This one is a little bit of a greenish. It almost looks like acid bubbling in the potion. And she goes, looks like acid, but it gives you resistance to acid for another hour. That one goes for 150 gold.
Soul's out the door. He's just waiting for you guys
Yeah,
to
we don't
finish
have
now.
like the
Yeah.
money for.
Yeah. You hear
I
the bell
started
go
walking
ding,
out.
ding, ding, you just walk out.
You just hear this like
Yeah.
subtle slam of the door.
Oh,
That would nearly clean me out.
on that
but
note,
hey,
Vala, if you ever need a party or a bunch of us to do any jobs, finding you herbs or whatever it may be, you can let us know. Just let, I guess, Caritas know at the Hooves and Heaves, and we'll come and see you.
Oh, Kairos. Okay. And as soon as she says that, is when she starts it, because Van is not a very big character, is when she finally notices Van in the back. And she goes, I am so sorry, Van.
Hi, Vala.
I did not see you
It's
there.
okay. I'm very small.
You understand, your companions aren't the
Yeah, no, I know.
most.
They're huge and they take up a lot of space. It's very annoying.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice you, love.
It's okay. How are you, Vala?
Things could be better in terms of business, but we're doing okay.
That's good. If you ever need
Meanwhile,
scrap,
I'm
Caritas is
sitting
extra.
outside. Bong 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 bong.
Ned's
Yep.
just dancing outside with it.
Bong 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 bong.
At this point, all of you have gone out, and it's only Ven,
Mhm.
Vala, and Silene that's still in the store. Yeah.
Vala, you don't happen to have a lead on anything that can produce mass amounts of water, do you?
No. Why? Is Karato still after
Yeah.
that?
Short of
Mm,
finding an entire water elemental core, we have no new ideas.
I'm sure he'll find something soon.
Alright. Well, I'm taking Gears out for a walk. I might not be at the workshop for a while since I'm wrapped up
Kinda
with this lot.
kind of glances and looks up and you see Gears just standing there like yeah. And he goes, "Oh, okay. Stay safe."
You too.
And as you say that, she glances at Silene, fellow elf, and Silene goes up and says in Elven, "Uh, pretty good at collecting herbs if you need any." And Vala nods in Elven, replies in Elven, which you understand, Ven, and goes, "Not right now, but good to keep in mind." And both of them nod, leave.
Bye, Vala.
Stay safe.
Dun, 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 dun,
As soon
dun,
as you
dun,
walk out,
dun, 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 dun.
yeah.
What
As
the
soon as you walk out,
fuck's
that's
going on out here?
Just
Oi!
just waiting. So we started dancing, and well, he started playing. So I felt like don't leave a fellow tabaxi alone. So I joined in.
I soul. What is the level of the murderer's intent?
Soul is like you mistake him for a statue as you walk out.
He's just like
just still
someone's
not
nothing
moving.
to do with these two.
not moving.
I
Yeah.
grab Nat by the sleeve and I grab Catmang by the ear and I'm like, I think it's time we go.
Dun, dun, dun,
All right,
dun,
let's
yeah,
go.
like, dun,
I
dun,
say as
dun.
I follow, but I'm still dancing.
As you walk down the street, you do turn a few heads because Catbunk doesn't stop playing, and Nat still continues to dance along the way. Can the two of you make performance checks?
Yeah, let's do it.
Can I
Performance
climb on
check?
can I climb on Gear's back and start playing my panpipes?
Oh, that's cool.
Soul is
Yeah.
about 50 paces behind them now.
Performance. What the fuck's my performance?
I
I'll
thought
make
you would be
charisma.
50 paces
Ooh.
ahead,
I'll
actually.
make performance
Actually,
as
yeah,
well.
ahead. 50
Yeah.
paces
I
ahead.
got 19, brother. Let's go.
I got 14. 14.
14. Okay, Ven, you're also playing a panpipe, right?
Yes.
So
Can I
you
roll
make
a
a performance
performance?
check.
Okay.
The drummer's the better performer.
Hello. Oh, that's good. That's actually pretty good. Actually, wait. What is my performance stat? Oh, that's a 19.
Same. So, as you walk along the streets and you attract the attention of some of the people who actually turn their heads towards your direction, you see there are some coins that are actually being tossed in your direction. And you're like,
Try and grab them out of the air as I'm dancing.
Fucking athletics is just like ooh ah ooh ah.
Ooh.
yeah. And by the time you reach around the edge of perfect lights, you collect a total of 7 gold.
Hey!
Hey!
We're fucking loaded. Yo, I'm busking for the rest of my fucking life.
That's
What?
one whole meal at the tavern right there, boys.
I handed, I guess, over to Catmark and Vin to split it up because I just danced when they played the music. So
I give
didn't-
Catmang 4, I'll take 3.
Ew.
We should do this for
Alina-
a living, guys.
Can,
Yeah, what
can
the
Soul,
fuck?
Can Soul scan the crowd to see if he notices anyone who's trying to get close to us that actually isn't really listening to the music?
Make a perception check.
Nice.
I thought you said scam the crowd. I was like, come on, man.
7 gold isn't enough.
Does my shield give advantage on that?
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
It would.
So 18.
Nice.
18. For the most part, while you do see some folks seem to be more annoyed than interested in the music, none of them are particularly trying anything shady, it seems.
Do
And
I
the people
do I
who,
notice any of the ones for annoyed?
yeah, of course. There are a few who stop and listen. There are a few who just turn in your direction. There are a few who, the moment they hear, they kind of look and they're like, and they just walk off as fast as like the other direction.
I'm gonna try and ghost them behind them while I'm dancing.
While you're
Like,
dancing.
hello, like just getting like not up in their face.
Oh,
but
you're
just,
that guy
yeah,
that's like
just
behind
yeah,
someone while they're walking
and
away.
I was like, hey, like yeah.
You find two like a mom, like a mother
Oh
and
god.
a child.
Oh no.
Yeah. And you go to them and you're
Oh
like,
god. I back away when I notice that's a child. And then I just
Yeah.
keep dancing in another direction.
and as you do that, the mother just gives a bit of it and just moves forward. But the kid actually turns around, and as the hood falls off, you see it's actually a little human girl, and she looks in the direction. She just laughs and she just continues to go. Like as the mom moves really fast away from you, the kid just keeps looking back and see the
I
funny
wave.
cat dancing.
I wave and then I
Yeah.
continue.
The funny cat dancing, and she just gives a small wave, and the mom just pulls her and they disappear off the corner. And so at this point of time, you reached around this area, the junction,
Yeah.
and you do see there are a few kind of like almost like pop-up stalls,
Oh.
like makeshift stalls that have been set up, selling a various assortment of stuff. But as you walk past, most of them seem to be just trinkets that don't really mean anything. Some of them seem to be just metallic scrap pieces that at first glance you can immediately tell are not really worth
Right.
anything. Yeah, but they're still trying to sell it. And as soon as you walk, there's this slightly hunched older gentleman that
Oh
walks up to
fuck! It's
you guys with like
Quasimodo.
this tiny, almost like a piece of scrap metal that he kind of bent into a ring, and he goes like, kind sirs, would you like to take a look at this magical ring?" As he just moves up to you,
Someone
trying
do
to
detect magic.
you trying to navigate your way through the pop-up stalls.
I pay him. How much does he want for it?
10 gold.
I pay him 10 gold.
Just give him 10 gold. He passes you the ring.
Loser.
As you
Can I have
take
a
the
look at
ring,
it and see if it's actually? Can I see
yeah,
if
yeah.
it's
So
magical?
as he takes the gold, he quickly retreats, and as you look at it, he just disappears into the shadows, into like the crowd. And as Van takes it, and Alina, you take it from Van. It's scrap metal. It's scrap metal that's fashioned into a ring. Yeah,
Then
it's
kind of half fashions it into an earring and puts it on her ear.
okay. You hook it onto your ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. You continue down the road towards Shadowstar Court, and you do pass by. You do see in the distance behind the first few buildings the huge Aurus markets, and as the name suggests, it is almost painted with like a gilded gold, so the walls are almost entirely gold, and you
Mm.
can see this is like the huge bazaar marketplace. Also has like produce and food and anything that the city would really want from here. But right now, you as the party don't really have any interest in this, so you walk past it and you make
You
your
can
way
sell
to.
the spider tank head.
You can try, yeah.
Mm, okay.
And as you
Uh-huh.
make your way, to Shadowstar Court, you are around here, and you notice Van, you would notice because you've been here before. But you would see the essentially what is like the brass watch outpost that has been built in front of the Shadowstar Court. And you do see the guards moving around in their brass colored armor, the metallic brass armor, and their helmets, holding on to their long pikes, standing there. And as you walk towards the two that are right in front, basically at the slope up towards Shadowstar Court, they kind of stop the party. Their pikes start to cross, and they go, "Business."
We're after Lord. What's his name? Scott Thornley, I think
And
was his name.
yeah,
Yeah. Sorry, that was out of game. In game. We're here to meet actually Lord Scott Thornley. We did him a favor not long ago, really, maybe a couple of days, a day ago. I'm sure you have heard on the trains coming in, and he said to meet him in his in the Shadowstar Court for a recommendation letter, basically, is what he said.
and do you have an invitation or something? Did this Lord Scott perhaps give you an invitation?
So I guess at this point, Soul steps forward, and since he knows they're soldiers, so he
He
tried.
didn't write anything, right, for us? Sorry,
No,
No,
he
he
just
didn't.
out
didn't.
of
He
game.
didn't.
Okay.
He
He
didn't.
didn't. So
Nope.
Soul steps forward, and he's bearing his military presence. So he walks like a captain, stands like a captain, and just intimidates like a captain. And he said, "You guys are good soldiers, I'm sure. Do your duty. Find him. We'll wait.
Eh,
We don't want you to be accused of diversion of duty. Go send a message to Lord Scott. We'll wait."
make a persuasion check with advantage, actually.
Persuasion, did you say?
Yes, with
Yeah.
advantage because it's you.
Uh, 22. I rolled a 20 actually.
While
Okay.
we're waiting,
Oh yeah.
Can Ven look at the two soldiers? Are they wearing like anything that is like small but shiny?
Um, they don't have anything that seems to be hanging out of their pockets, so to speak, but they do have like the brass armor it's very simple armor, but there's like the arm guards, the knee guards,
Hmm.
their pikes. Uh, as you as you kind of survey them, then they look to Soul. They nod, and one of them looks towards the direction of one of the buildings, the Brasswatch buildings, and he goes, "Could you to the partner?" And his partner goes, "Yeah," and he leaves. The other one still stands there, kind of looking awkwardly at you, nodding, just waiting. Kind of gives you a small
So
awkward smile. Yeah.
we'll start plying him for information.
Wait, are
Okay.
we? Oh, right.
So we just want to ask. We've been told that you guys don't tend to check out Rustbox. Patrols don't go that far,
Patrols do go to the edge of perfect lights, but not into Rustbox itself.
which is fine. We just want to know, do you guys have any advice if we were to trap? We have some unsavory business to take care of. As a fellow soldier, can you warn us about anything? What do they do? What weapons do they wield? What's their MOs?
They, well, most of our instructions, they give us strict warnings to not walk into the black lanes. Uh, Given the erratic nature of the streets and the very labyrinthine roads in Brassbox itself, there's a reason why the Brasswatch calls it the kill box. Um, Many ambush spots, daggers, poison, some magic. They got a pretty elaborate setup there, I would say.
And the Lord of the Clockwork Palace hasn't deemed it fit to exterminate them.
Ben at
Uh,
this point kind of looks really offended at Soul, but doesn't say anything.
His Royal Majesty is. He pauses as though not entirely sure how to phrase it, and he goes, "Too preoccupied to bother right now."
Would he be willing to pay for someone to exterminate good neighbors for him?
Soul,
What? What's wrong with good neighbors?
You see, there's a bit of an awkward pause, and the soldier doesn't really seem to know what to say, and he's just standing there, and he goes, "I, I, I, I wouldn't take to assume I know what His Royal Majesty wants."
Do you think His Royal Majesty would want a performance from us? Did you hear that when we
I,
were walking in? It was really good.
I, I don't know.
It's
But as you,
okay. And I go shoot him. Camon, hit it. Hit it, Camon. And I start dancing already.
as he says this, he does appreciate the two of you trying to lighten the mood, but all of you, is very obvious that his eyes keep glancing to that very big. You can see the structure kind of rising up from even this below
Ooh.
the bottom of the hill, the whole palace. Yeah, and he just keeps glancing.
Maybe they can hear us.
Yeah. Essentially, the palace almost looks like, you know how Asgard looks like in MCU with the golden palace up in the center. Yeah, it kind of looks like that.
That's
Yeah.
cool. God damn.
Yeah, and so as he kind of looks there, standing there awkwardly, his partner walks over, comes back, and you see there's a slightly younger, not as armored looking guard, just in leather rather than in metal, and he goes, "Uh, got the messenger." He quickly nods and just darts past them into Shadowstar Court, and the two of them stand there, looking at all of you, and goes, "Might take a while. Do you want to perhaps signals to another building on his right, and he goes, maybe just sit there, take a break,
I'm gonna. How long do you think?
an hour perhaps."
Jesus. I don't say out loud. I'm gonna go wander. Maybe I don't know to the market since we're
Or
near it.
you could come back.
Yeah, we'll come back in an hour, eh? What do you guys think? I don't really want to I mean, these,
Yep.
you know,
Is there anything around this area that's interesting?
that's the markets or the temple. I am
You can,
keen to go in either.
I mean, you can see the area around it.
Is the
and you
market
can
still
kinda-
open, Max? Can I see that
It would,
the
it would
What
still be open.
protocol?
It would still be open.
Aurus
Yeah.
markets?
Yeah,
I want to head down to the harbor.
you can as well. You have about an hour or so you
I
can decide.
tell not.
Yes.
Down at the harbor, there's just one temple. Okay, it's called the Bitch Queen's Temple.
The bitch queen.
Yeah.
Ooh. Have
Yes.
you?
Is there a temple to Galensko here?
Not that I know of, nor care.
There would be shrines, but not huge temples. The huge temples are those that you already see here. So if the god that you're looking for isn't here, there's a chance that it would still be in the city, but it would be a smaller shrine and not so much of an actual structure.
All right. Well, I guess if we don't know where it is, then I guess I'm not getting there.
Do you want to go to the bitch queen's temple? Vin.
Well, I don't mind paying it a visit. It is pretty funny, to be honest, that they called it the Bitch Queen's Temple.
I love visiting temples.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
All right. We make our
Good,
way.
but-
Well, me, I don't know about if the rest are joining, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
make my way to the bitch queen's temple.
I don't know that I want to be near water, but
It's not
fuck it.
water.
Let's go.
Okay.
The
I
temple is in water.
It's a place
I
called the
assume-
I
Smite
said
Club.
near.
You don't talk about Smite Club.
Oh, don't talk.
No. Okay.
Fighting ring.
Bada bing, bada boom.
But yeah.
Hmm.
So as you walk down, I assume all of you are following. You would have to head down this way, so you do kind of go past the temple. As you walk down, you do see immediately, almost as as imposing as the Clockwork Palace. You see the basilica kind of rise up, the Gothic architecture. Except while it is Gothic architecture with all the spiked edges, it is also metallic and looked as though it's almost like an exoskeleton, almost at the top portion of it. But it is a sturdy looking building. And as you walk past, almost just at the front of the gate, the huge wooden double doors in front, which are now open, you do see along the two walls of the uh double doors are a lot of cogwheels, like just cogwheels that are just hung there. And then you know that budding inventors and just inventors who want to pay their respects to the automatatron, they do come here and they hang the cogs along the temples as a wish. And you know Karatos himself has done it before. Yeah. So his cogwheel is like there somewhere, but you see a lot of,
Can I actually go find Karatos' cogwheel?
you can try.
Yeah, I want to go find Karatos' cogwheel for a second.
Okay. So you
If
just take
she's
a
doing
quick
that, I want to look for Galensko's shrine while we're here. Then
Okay.
so around this
So
area.
yeah, so Soul, make a perception check. Then make an investigation check.
I am rolling hot today.
Yes.
18.
Okay.
10.
10. Okay. So Soul, for you, you look around and you do see within like the edges of the basilica itself is when you start to see that there are many buildings around it, but these buildings are not hollow, but you can look through the windows and you see within it, each of them, they probably contain 2 or 3 shrines inside. And within one of the buildings, you do find a very modest, humble, but very clean looking shrine to Glenzen's skull.
Cool.
And you
I'm
can,
gonna go.
Where's
gonna go
that?
inside.
Sorry.
it's around the basilica, so like some of these
Oh.
buildings. Yeah, some of the small buildings. Yep.
Cool. So I'm gonna go inside and then I guess pray for a bit. You know, do some
Okay.
bloodletting to
Okay.
show devotion.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to Vin
Okay.
and be like, what are we doing? What is this?
I'm looking for Karatos' cogwheel. Hang
Why
on.
did he put his cock? What? What? Why? What's going on? Like, what happens here?
You see along the right side of the wall, close to, slightly taller than you at your height, because Karatos is kind of tall.
Mhm.
Around Karatos' height, you do see there are lots of cogwheels in that area, and you have to like push some apart before you find a very one of the smaller ones, like hidden behind.
Mm.
Yeah. And you recognize that it's starting to rust. It's starting to corrode a little bit.
I ask Gears to give me a lift, so I stand on his back. I
Mm.
pull out like a really old rag and I clean it a little bit. And then I take one of the how big are the colored spheres that I found in the ruin?
Like almost
Okay,
like a
that's not gonna work then.
like basketball size
That's not
almost.
gonna fucking work then. Okay, never mind. I will just take like one of the pieces of scrap that I found, and I will like take like a piece of rope and I will tie it like as like an additional chain underneath like Kairatos's cogwheel.
It just hangs there.
Yeah. So now there's
Okay.
two on like one
Right.
string.
Right.
Yeah.
Should I
And as you
put something
clean,
up here as well, Vin?
Well, people who are inventors hang their cogwheels here as a prayer to the god of invention so that they have good fortune when they make stuff. So
The
that's
god of
just a prayer.
invention.
Yeah.
the automata
Blessed be the Omnissiah.
Mm.
I am also going to put something up, and it's my little clay figure that I've been fucking around with. And it's basically just in the shape of, I think it was Van that I was making in the shape of when I was just like having a play around
Yeah.
with it. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
hang it up there and be like, that's my cogwheel. I am an inventor too. And I'll be like, bless me, I guess. And then I just walk off.
Yeah. You just walk off.
I just walk off.
Don't feel anything, but you just walk off.
Nope.
And then you do see now, as you clean Karatos's cogwheel, you kind of push it to the front as well, because
Yeah.
previously it was hidden at the back. You
Yep.
just push it at the front. So there are lots of bigger ones, and then there's like a slightly tinier one in front that you
Mhm.
see that belongs to him. Yep. It's been there for a very long time. You can see it's been there for a very, just like a lot of the other cogwheels here. They've been
Kind
there
of
for a very long time.
admire like me and Karatos's like scrap and Nad's little hanging figurine of me. And I kind of turn to Gears and I go, one day Gears, he's gonna figure it out.
It's kind of nudges along, but it's cold metal that's just pushing
Yeah.
against you essentially.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go. And I turn around and I follow Nad.
Okay. At this point, you see as well Soul, waiting for Soul. Soul has also exited one of the buildings along the side. Uh, quick question, Soul. What exactly does your prayer ritual entail of? Like, what are you planning to do?
Yeah.
There.
So what it would do would be, you'd take some of your blood, you'd let some of your blood into a vial, and then you'd put the vial in front of the altar, and then use your incense to kind of burn it to make a prayer, just to repurify your blood. So you give of
Okay.
your blood, and then she will give you of her blood, kind of ritual.
Yep. Yep.
So you would have just taken a dagger, slashed on the hand, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yep.
So it's more something like that. And while he was doing that, he's surprised that there's a shrine here. So he's trying to look around to see if he can identify who is actually maintaining this shrine in this strange land that, he
Yep.
didn't think the reach came this far.
Yep. But as you look around, unfortunately, at least this day, it doesn't seem like there's anybody else in this room with you. Yep.
Then what he wants to do is he wants to leave one. So one of the items that I've been carrying around is just like a hilt, like a broken hilt.
Right.
That's quite obviously from, Soul's background. He leaves a hilt
Right.
by the shrine.
Okay. You just drop it.
Um,
Well, no, you put it nicely there. It's not going to
Yeah.
drop it, but
But you just put it there.
while
yeah.
waiting,
Okay.
while we're waiting on Saul, to do his thing, we're not gonna like barge in or anything. Can I just go up to Alina, and be
Mhm.
like, Alina, well, I guess they do their thing. Are you religious? Do you pray to any of these gods? To any of the gods, I guess.
No, I don't. No, I'm more of a self-sufficient. Not self-sufficient. That's the wrong words. No, I don't. Do you?
Well, kinda, not really. I guess, like in my past, I was supposed to. And I guess the people I ran with, they prayed to, and Max, correct me if I'm saying this wrong, Hog Akar, the mistress of razors. But I don't know, never really felt like it had any point praying and all these things, you know,
Yeah.
in the battle or in life, they kind of leave you to do your own thing. Don't think even if you pray they gave a shit. So I kind of just
I
left
don't know.
it.
I feel like Sol is, I don't know, maybe perhaps, I don't know, has a great connection. Maybe I'm a bit jealous of that, but he seems to have something that I don't.
Mm. So you don't get your powers from a god like he does.
I get I get my powers from, I don't know if he's a god,
Right.
but I do get my powers from somewhere, but mostly it's wild magic. And I
Ooh,
don't want to delve in anymore.
that's fine.
Okay.
That's okay.
So as you do that, you also see Soul now emerge from one of the buildings. His left hand has a little small bandage on it that previously wasn't there. Just walking towards you, seemingly unconcerned with the fact that there's a bandage on his hand. Yeah.
I mean, I think as someone who would have seen the kind of rites that goes to hug a car, I probably would be like, I would just not like understanding. Like I would know what happened and just be like, and just kind of glance it off. I wouldn't mention anything.
Mhm. Speaking of that, Nat, you look around and you do not actually see anything that kind of reminds you of your past, and you're like, okay, I mean, there's nothing along those lines.
Ah.
Yeah. You move past. As everybody returns, you move past. Silene doesn't quite understand what's going on. Just knows that the huge basilica has too much metal for her liking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hanging outside the door, too unnatural. And you walk past the Worshipper Square, heading towards the Bitch Queen's Temple. Van, make a perception check.
Oh!
Here we go. I need
Mm.
to find my goddamn. All right. Ooh, that's nasty. 8.
Okay. As you walk past the Worshipper Square, you do see that similar to the junction, these squares in Kavinos tend to always have makeshift stalls that have been set up, and they're always different. Today, in the Worshipper Square in particular, you know that the makeshift stores are usually selling religious trinkets, usually like holy symbols that have no power, it's just icons of the gods.
Yep.
Very, very common. This time, in one of the stores, you see it selling, yes, trinkets of other deities that you don't particularly care about,
Mm.
but you see one of a golden five-sided flower. A few, actually.
Can I find the shopkeeper?
Okay. You walk up to the stall,
I
kind
just
of
immediately veer off from the party
yeah,
without saying anything.
veer from the party, just immediately veer from the party, and you do see standing behind the stall, rather old-looking woman as well, human woman, kind of hunchbacked, looking at you, and she goes, "Trinkets for you, dear. Deity trinkets."
I ignore her. I look closer at the six-sided flower. Is it the same one?
Yeah, similar at least, not exactly the same, similar.
How many are there?
3.
All new?
Not new, but they do look like they look like they've traveled a certain way, so there's a bit of like grime and dust on them. But the fact that they're gold, you can still tell that they're gold essentially. Yeah.
Let me write this down. Sorry.
Yeah.
So three of them, right?
3 of them, yeah. And as you're watching them ignoring the old lady kind of leans forward and goes, "You like those, dear?
Where did you get them?
They came in from Bravinos. I'm not sure what god this is, but I was told that they were religious icons, and here we are. I can give it to you for 1 silver each, shall we say?" She
You
doesn't seem to notice your reaction to it.
from Bravinos?
Yeah,
Shipped in.
shipped in.
By who?
I don't really know. I just got my stocks from my usual supplier.
Who's that?
Uh, kind of looks at you and goes, "Why would you be interested?"
I grab one off the shelf, and I look at it.
Yep.
I need to know who sold you these right now.
Well, I have a deal that goes on in Hell or High Water Shipping, which is our usual supplier. They bring in stocks from basically everywhere, really. My usual stocks of religious iconography comes from my good friend Rolda in High or Hell Water Shipping.
Is he from Bravinos?
As far as I know, no, he's a Kavinos citizen. She starts to notice like the change in your expression. She goes, "Is something wrong,
You
dear?
have to stop selling these right now.
Uh, uh okay, it's just three of them." She kind of takes them as soon as you say, and you're holding one of them, so she's like, Can I?
How much for one?
It's just 1 silver.
I press the silver into her palm.
Is something wrong, love?" She takes the two and she kind of puts it under the stall.
Those things are evil.
Uh,
That is not a god that you want to worship.
okay. I wasn't aware. And she kind of slips it under.
If anyone else tries to sell you any of this, just don't.
I'll let Rolda know.
Can Soul try a religion check to see if he recognizes the symbol?
Make a religion check with disadvantage. At this point, the party has followed Van and kind of standing behind and looking at what she's doing in particular.
Do we
With
hear
this-
all this?
Yeah,
Like, can we witness? Okay.
With disadvantage, I got a 6.
it's not a
What?
very common symbol in the first place, so yeah, that's why it's with disadvantage.
Can we just
so you-
ask Ben? Ben, what is
Uh,
this?
Yeah, as she buys it, she takes it and she turns back, and the old lady kind of looks at her, still looking at her in a concerned way as she turns. Van, you see the rest of the party standing there now, also looking at you, kind of concerned.
I walk right past them. I am going straight for Hell or High Water Shipping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flick the old lady 2 silver and just be like, just so you don't sell them. Consider them bought and just chuck them out.
Okay. She kind of catches them and she kind of nods, but she's looking very confused, but also
Bye
worried
bye!
as she see Van just disappears into the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
The party
So
is
Soul reaches
trying
across
to.
and crushes them both in his hand, just so you don't have
Oh,
second thoughts.
okay. Yeah. And she's like, that's fine.
I walk by with the drums. Dun, 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 dun.
The party attempts to
This
like
is in
catch up.
Worshipper Square, right?
This is the Worshipper Square, which is here,
Okay.
essentially.
Can we try and catch up with Ben and find
Yeah,
out what
of
they
course.
mean?
Of course. Van can't walk too fast because she's also trying to pull Gears long.
I have very short feet.
And Gears is not the thinnest of dogs. It's kind of big, so it's kind of like at the drag. So the party easily catches up to her, maybe at about the edge of Azor Fleet, trying to duck into Azor Fleet itself. Then you see her walking, like very purposefully into Azor Fleet.
So Soul asks Vin, "What's the plan?"
Ven does not reply.
No
Ben,
response.
stop. What is wrong? What do they mean?
Doesn't matter. We know that they're bad gods. Soul does not give a crap. He's here to destroy bad gods.
I care. I want
He
to know what
doesn't
they
need
mean.
doesn't need a plan. Let's go in and smash shit up.
I need to find out who's selling these.
Can you just tell me why?
This symbol, and I kind of shoved the flower in her face, is of a very, 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 very bad person. And I need to stop this before it gets any further.
You said person, not a god?
Both. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a bad person selling a bad thing, and I need it to stop.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Soul
Let's
just
go.
says, "How can we stop? How can we help?"
We need to stop anyone importing any more religious iconography of this god in and out of Kavinos.
Are there any other symbols, or is this the only one?
This is the only one.
Cool. That's all he
Van,
needs
make
to know.
Van, make a history check.
Okay. History. Where's my history? Ah. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Ooh, here we go.
If there was a time for it, it would be now. She doesn't just have one holy symbol.
Okay.
this is one of the common ones,
Mm.
but she has a few more.
Okay.
The one that you vaguely remember as well that she also has,
Mhm.
and you have to kind of like basically swim through your very hazy memories of that period. But the one that stands out is the one of a golden crown.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's this and a golden crown.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go.
And as you walk into Azorfleet, forgetting the reason why you were even heading here in the first place, Van, you march straight into Hell High Water, and you are standing outside, which is essentially two very large like harbor warehouses.
Mhm.
You've kind of seen similar that the Brass Watch use, but obviously the Brass Watch ones are much bigger. These ones it's quite simple, and you see the storage sheds outside where they temporarily place all their crates. And as you walk, not quite into the building, but into like where the courtyard before the actual structure is,
Mhm.
you see that there are many workers pushing the last of the crates to the corners. It looks like at this time, which is maybe 4 or 5 p.m., they are slowly kind of closing and ending work for the day, and they're pushing the last of their crates for the next day to the side. Mostly human, but there are like dwarves, half elves, even orcs, half orcs. Yeah, you do see a wide variety, but mostly human. Yeah.
Can I walk up to the closest person and ask them, do you know where Rolda is?
He looks at you. Roll that. Yes, he's just, and he points, and you see there's one with his like two of his friends close to the back, near the crates, just standing there, just talking, laughing. Yeah,
A human?
yeah, a human.
Okay. I go up to him.
Okay, and to go up to him, and you, what were you gonna say? You walk up, and you.
Rolda.
He turns, and his two friends turn, and he kind of sees you and sees the group coming up. He tells his friends, I'll catch up with you two later. And they nod and they move off. One half orc and one human. They move off. And he stands there and he goes, Yes, I'm rolled up. I
You
don't
you
know.
ship religious items to a lady who sells them in Worshipper Square, correct?
Uh, yes, I do.
I hold up the symbol. Where did you get this?
Well, they came within a shipment from Bravinos. I have a. Well, not me, but Hell or High Water Shipping has suppliers at Bravinos, and we accept what they give as long as it's on the manifesto, and this was on the manifesto.
Who put it on the manifesto? Who sold it to you?
It's someone in Bravinos. I'm not the one who they sell it to. I just give some of my stock to the merchants at Worshipper Square. I'm not the one who orders these items.
Wait, so
It's
is this new? Does this normally
uh
get sold there? Does this normally get shipped? Have you seen it before, or is it
she
just new?
he looks at the icon that Van is showing. He goes, I don't quite recognize all religious icon, but I believe that one might be one of the newer ones. I don't
How?
remember seeing a golden icon before.
You have to stop shipping these.
Okay. Can I ask why?
It's a cult.
Okay, okay.
It's a cult symbol, and you have to stop.
I can let he kind of signals to the larger building, the actual like I guess office building of Hell or High Water, and he goes, uh, I can let them know to tell them to strike it off the manifest. I don't really know what it was. I can't remember what it was written as on the manifesto, but I can let them know.
You have to make sure it stops being sold and shipped, and you have to make sure that if anyone comes into Kavinos as a third party selling these independently, you have to stop them.
Okay, okay, that can be done. I can discuss it. I'm not the one in charge here. I can see you're frustrated, but I'm not the one in charge here. I can let them know though. He kind of takes like 2 steps back when he kind of feels the aggression.
Can we see the manifesto? Where did it originate from?
It's not with me right now, but I can attempt to find it. It's been a few days, maybe a week. We wouldn't have it on hand immediately.
Can you find it?
Might take some time, but we can. We usually do keep it.
Please.
Is there somewhere I can look for you if we do find it?
We can come back.
You can look for us at Hooves and Heaves.
If you're not there, you could come back in, say, half a week.
Yeah.
He kind of nods, and as he nods, he very very gingerly kind of reaches a hand out towards you and goes, "Is everything okay?"
I just don't want anyone to get hurt.
I mean, I agree. I didn't know that would hurt people. I didn't even know what it was really. Not quite the religious type, if you understand.
Stay that way. For your own sake.
Kind of gives a small. So here's this, by the way. Kind of gives a nod. I will do what I can to get these off the streets.
Thank you.
Gives a small nod.
Soul takes this opportunity to pull out like an image of his religious icon and says, "If you see
Yep.
any of these, sell these."
Which is a silver star on a blue astral background. But yeah.
Correct.
And he goes, "Those I've seen before."
What's his name again?
And
Sorry.
noted.
Rolda.
Rhoda. Hey, Rhoda.
Yeah, yeah.
If you ever see any interesting magic items or swords and stuff,
Guy has his fishing.
just maybe let us know. We'll buy it, legally and officially, but we want to get there before everyone else, So like before you send it to the shop, maybe just let us know in the Hooves and Heaves so we can get there before them. Is that all good? I'll pay you.
He kind of gives a small pause and he goes, "How much are you willing to pay?"
Look, mate, all I'm asking for is some, and not even information, just, if you see it, let us know.
Heads up.
And I'll give you, I don't know, I'll give you 2 gold for it right now. Is 2 gold a lot in here? I don't know.
2 gold is not a lot, really.
Doesn't matter. I'll give you 2 gold for it.
He make a persuasion check with disadvantage, but make it anyway.
All right. Fuck. The disadvantage really cut my asshole open. 11.
He nods and he goes, 2 gold, sure.
You gonna
Reaches
tell
his
me?
hand up. There's nothing right now.
All right.
But
Fine. I'll take your word for it, mate. Thank you. I give him the
are
2
you
gold.
giving him the 2?
Yeah, I'll give him the 2 gold.
Okay. He goes, "I do know where to look for you."
Thank you. Hey, if you do manage to find anything, I'll give you another 10 gold.
30.
30 gold just to tell me stuff.
Possibly sell it to you.
Oh, then yes. Okay, deal. Very much deal. Yes, and
now
I
you know that means
and I shake on it, and yeah, I just shake his hand on it.
he doesn't sell it to you for 30 gold.
No,
you
I
that?
know,
he
but
does
he's
sell it
gonna
to you for
tell
30 gold,
me
yeah.
the good shit's in for 30 gold, which it's good. It's good. It's all right.
Okay.
I didn't peg you to be a hype beast.
No, I want like magic swords and shit, mate. I don't want clothes. What are you thinking I'm trying to buy?
He shakes on it and he goes, "Do you?"
Just think. I really lost interest in the world. Just think,
Yeah.
Cat. He could have like magic musical instruments. There could be a pan flute in there that plays itself, but 5
Magic
times as
barbecue.
loud. Or there could be a magic barbecue like Vince said. There could be like drums that are, go through walls no matter what wall you're at. Imagine what you could do to Soul.
Imagine a pan flute that only Soul can hear.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Ned loses his shit for a minute. Starts screaming.
At this point, the party is moving out.
Yeah, yeah.
All of you have moved out.
Has it
Cat
been like an
and Nut,
hour, about, or not really?
not quite,
Okay.
but close. Nut and Cat are in front and they're laughing their asses off. Not sure why,
Yeah,
but
they're
they're laughing their
screaming
asses.
basically.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah. Silene is kind of like behind them slightly, and you see Alina, Soul, and then at the very very back, still very quiet, Van. Party's moving out
I'm gonna have.
towards the Beach Queen's temple. But yeah,
I'm gonna be muttering a small conversation with
Early China.
Viros.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
Can't possibly be here already.
Viros goes, I mean, I thought we got rid of them. I mean, did you did get rid of them, did you?
I don't know. Did we?
I feel like we did, but I don't know. I mean, does
We left town with a different name and everything. There's no way they could have possibly found us.
doesn't killing their head count as getting rid of them?
That's not how that works, Viros.
I don't know these things.
What do
I-
we do if they find us?
Fight, I guess. I'm with you, but we can still run. If you feel like you need to run, we can run. I don't know where we'll go. Like, are we sure they're looking for you though?
I don't know.
He gives like a very his small claw kind of like brushes the side of her head a little bit, as though giving you a bit of a comforting.
I just hope they don't make it onto the island.
We haven't seen anything of that sort. Just the icons. We didn't
Still.
see any in the Bronze City either.
Still, if they made it this far,
Maybe it's just the icons.
they've never bothered to go out of the manor before,
But
let alone
maybe
do
it's,
this.
maybe it's just the icons. We don't know yet.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Virus just continues to give that small, like affectionate pat on the head.
I pocket the thing in case I need it.
Yep. You could record that as an icon of the Amaryllis, because you know.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yes. At this point, as you're moving towards the Beach Queen's temple, you all overheard the conversation. Not the conversation that Van has with Viros, but you know that Van was whispering to Viros. Anyway, it's in Draconic, so like only Soul will understand it. Yeah. But
That's
if there's nothing else, we will move on to the Beach Queen temple.
as me and Catmang are walking up the front, I'm just gonna. Is Soul near us as well?
Yeah, like behind.
Oh well, I'm gonna lean over to Catmang and be like, "Do you know anything about this flower business?"
I've seen a lot of flowers in my life, and this is not one of them.
I think it's representing something, like a god or something. Like we heard her say it's a cult.
Is
Oh.
it pollinated?
Probably, maybe it's the goddess of fertility. Maybe she hates children.
Eh?
Oh shit, we got a kid hater. We'll
But
keep an
flowers
eye
are
on her.
pretty.
Yeah.
If flowers
yeah.
are pretty, it
I
can't be a
guess.
kid hater, you idiot.
Well, flowers are pretty, but she doesn't like pollination.
You've got fucking.
I've got you there. Yeah, I
you've
think she
got a
hates it.
fucking point,
We'll
yes,
keep
you're
her
right.
away from children. Cat, I think it's very important.
Ooh, Ben.
Yes, Vin. She's gonna kill
I see.
kids.
You should have seen her with that fucking. Alright, keep her away from the kids.
Okay, Cat. Good talk, man. I like
no
that.
kids, no kids.
Okay, I guess we just head to the Bitch Queen's temple.
Yep.
Oh god.
Holy shit, dude.
I'm actually fucking crying. No.
I like how you look away for a solid 10 seconds, being like, shit.
Oh,
That's too funny, man.
Actually,
As you walk to the Bitch Queen's
I
temple,
can't fucking breathe.
Yeah.
you do see you remember the reason why you're here in the first place, which is
Mm.
because of Ven, Nat and Kat, because you're the first to leading the party and you arrive there first. You kind of look back and you're not entirely sure if Ven's even in the mood now, because Ven has just been very quiet
Yeah,
the whole
that's
time.
true.
But as you stand in front of the temple, you do see that the exterior of the temple has a very elaborate, um, almost like a fountain or like a water feature where it's like a slide and there's water coming down from the roof along the edges of the walls, and it kind of goes in circles around the sides of the building before piling in a pool almost to the front of the temple. And there's like a drain that leads outwards, and you see this drain just continues all the way, and as you just glance at it, it seems to go all the way into the Emerald Docks, like all the way down the
Wow.
water.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And you
That's
just look at it,
fucking sick.
and you see at the outside of the temple there is a lot of iconography of sea animals, sea creatures, but at the very, very top, you do look. It looks like a figure, a carved figure of almost like a mer person, mermaid, merman. You're not sure, but it's just an icon. And as you move in, the doors are still open at this time as the day is really starting to come to a close. It's like sun is setting. You step into the before you step into the temple, you kind of glance back again. You see Ven, and from the door itself, you can see not a very big temple, but in the interior of it, right in the center, is a very huge, um, blue stone statue of a similar looking mer person, except this mer person is very obvious that they are female and they have like a very humanoid face, but there's a lot of like fin like features around their
It's
head.
outside? We're not in the
No, it's
temple
inside.
proper, right? Oh, it's
It's inside.
inside.
You are outside the temple, but
Right.
from the door you can see in the center of it is this
Right.
huge figure rising, and she looks almost poised to attack, like looking downwards, and the trident is like pointing downwards, and you see all the worshippers that are there who are dressed. They kind of look like sailors. They all stand right at the tip of the trident, and they prostrate themselves in such a way that makes it seem like they're being skewered by the trident itself. Yep. And then they get up and they walk out. Yeah. It's like the figure is like pointing downwards, almost as though it's skewering you with the trident. Yep.
I'm gonna turn to the party and be like, yeah, didn't know this was a bitch queen. I
Yeah.
don't fuck with mer people. They are terrifying. Don't like the water. Don't like merman, maids, sirens, whatever.
There's a pool of
I'm,
water around the statue also. A
I'm
huge pool of water.
happy to go. Don't like this place.
I'm with Nard.
Is there you said there's a slide that went down to the docks.
That's the exterior of the temple. Yeah.
How high was it to get to the slide?
The whole temple is probably like 15, 20 feet up ish.
Like 8 meters.
Yeah.
Not very high
10,
at all.
10, 12 meters.
Ven, do you like water?
I'm okay with water.
Do you want to go for a swim?
Oh, you didn't like water.
Yeah, who said I was going for a fucking swim, you idiot?
Okay.
By myself?
Um, I'll. You said it was. Did you say it was like a spiral?
It's like kind of like slides that goes down from the top of the roof into the walls, disappears, comes out again into the walls, disappears, comes out again, and then all the way at the front, it pulls into like a pool at the front, and it goes down the
So
drain.
sick. What you don't see, Ven, is an imaginary stripper pole right down the middle. I'll slide down it, so I'll basically be with you at every step of the way.
Ven kind of looks at the shallow pool at the front and immediately backs out. She's like, no way.
Didn't
Just so
you
you
tell me
know,
you hate
the
religion?
slides thing at the side doesn't fit people. It can't fit. It
Oh,
can
is
fit
it
kids,
is it
maybe.
quite small, right?
Yeah,
No.
it's
Right.
just like a decoration almost.
right.
It's not actually a slide, but yeah.
Isn't Ven's the fucking size of her pea, isn't she?
Yeah, Ven's small. Yeah, Ven's small.
No, no, no.
Ven, didn't you say you hated religion? As I glance at Saul.
Well, yeah.
Isn't this just perfect in it?
I am not getting into that death shoot for your own amusement. No.
What if
Not
I
unless you.
distract? Oh, what if I distract the? Is there any like priests or anyone like actually religious in that temple?
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
from the
followers,
door.
right? You said in there.
Yeah,
Like
not
worshippers?
a lot,
Yeah.
but the few worshippers that are there are dressed more like sailors or like
Oh yes,
like shipping workers. But you can see for those that are inside, there are people that are dressed in very very deep blues, and you get the idea that okay, those seem to be the priests because they have very long flowing robes, deep blues, a little bit of like viridian edges along the corners. But yeah.
If you're worried about the attention, I will happily
I'm worried
distract
about.
them.
I'm worried about getting stuck and drowning.
Have you seen the size of yourself, love?
No.
I look over at Nod and I'm like, lad.
What?
I actually forget water. We both hate water.
Hey, Soul.
I
I'm ignoring all this. So, do you think we should check out Grid Gears on the way back, just in case Erlathan is still in there?
So shrugs and says, "Why not?"
Yeah. What were you saying, Kat?
I was saying, Soul. I remember when we went swimming last time. You just loved it so much. Would you like to go down a slide?
He can't fit in its like.
Don't tell him. Don't fat shame into it in this year and day and
Soul
age.
Soul walks really close up to Cat Monk and says, "If you keep talking, you'll be riding the slide next."
Oh,
Cat.
ride
then-
me, puppy.
Hey,
We're
Cat.
going.
Oh
We're going. We're going to Grit Gears.
I think we should get out of here before we see any kids, Cat.
Perfect.
We should really leave.
Side-eye
I don't
Ben.
just in case there's any kids. Yeah.
I put my eyes over Vin's eyes. I mean, my eyes. My hands over Vin's eyes.
Let's go.
And
the-
move on.
Hey!
Your eyes and it just push you
Get
forward.
off! Get off of me! I'm fine.
We head through Grid Gears on the way up just to see if Erlathan's home or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
in.
So you basically go in like kind of like this direction.
Yeah.
Okay. So by the time you actually exit Azorfleet and walk into Grid Gears, the sky has already turned dark. It's probably like 6 or 7. You are a little bit late for your meeting back at the Shadow
Oh,
Star
shit.
Corps, but you're like
For
you're like
fuck's sake.
you're like
That's alright.
this time of day is usually when Great Gears is the quietest. And so as you walk in, you do still hear the sound of heavy machinery, but way less than you would have. And as you walk in, does any one of you have Erlatan's workshop's like address?
Yeah.
Or...
Yes, I've got it
Okay.
written down from.
Okay.
And I'm also
Yeah.
just gonna start screaming Erlathan at the top of my voice.
I knew you were
Alan!
going to say that. I literally was waiting for you
Alan!
to say that.
As we walk with Soul.
Okay.
Not knowing
And-
completely well that he knows where it is.
Yeah. As you walk by, you also pass by the scrap heap, which is basically
Oh.
Kavinos' own scrap metal place, but it's a very huge scrap heap that is surrounded by walls, and you can see that the brass watch takes care to protect it. But you can sell stuff here; it is possible.
Oh.
Can we
Uh,
sell that spider head
Yeah.
tank? Spider
Yeah,
tank
so-
head?
Oh yeah.
If you want to do it right now,
Yeah,
Sure.
right
Might
on.
as well. We're walking past it.
so you go to the scrap heap, and you see the 3 brass watch soldiers at the front. They kind of look at you and you go, "Well, usually the scrap heap is used for the inventors and workers around Grid Gears, but what do you adventurers have? It
What do you mean?
seems like
We could be inventors.
That-
it's
I
clear
just-
you're adventurers."
I just went to pray at the basilica and put my cock wheel up there.
I
Kind of nods and goes, "Well, budding inventors then. Either
Mhm.
way, Do
Thank
you
you.
have anything on hand that you might want
My
to part with?
Dragonborn friend here does. Please give him a good price, yeah?
Looks up to you, like literally up to you.
He he just throws the spider head tank there, and he says, and then he's like, "We're a patron of the arts." Nah,
Drops
it
on the
makes this
ground.
big. It makes this big thud, like it just makes a
Yeah.
dent into the ground.
Ooh.
It doesn't
Okay.
bounce; it just goes thud.
Okay. So you
Okay.
just smash it on the ground. And say, yeah. Okay. Just and it becomes like a. They look at it and they go, pretty valuable.
Ooh.
Say 400 gold.
Holy shit, we should
What?
collect the way more heads.
Yeah.
I say out of game.
Yeah. Then we'll take it.
Okay. You nod
I,
and
I kick it over. I kick it over to them.
yeah, one of them picks it up and moves it into the scrap heap. You see he starts to like unlock the huge metal doors that lead into the you can see through them. They're like it's like a gate, but he kind of unlocks the gate. He moves in, holding the head along with him. Then the out of the two, one more leaves, comes back shortly after with a heavy bag. Enters one of the buildings, comes back with a heavy bag, throws it to you. 400 gold. Anything else?
Hey, good sir, while you're at this, do you know? I know these are used as currency here, but like, what's the I don't know the conversion rate or whatever? The silver disc. I show him one. I'm like, what is this? What do I do with it?
He looks at it and he goes, "Well, silver discs are not quite as common. Most inventors don't bother with it, but the more established inventors sometimes do. So you might ask from them. They usually are more interested in this unique currency, shall we say?
What is it for? It's just currency? Is that what they use it for?
Well, according from what I understand,
Hmm.
the inventors say that it's a strange it's made from a strange sort of metallic alloy that they've not encountered before, and so because of how valuable it is, they have used it for currency. I don't know if there's any other use to it, but in Kavinos it's used for currency.
Okay.
Can we? All right, we'll wait till we leave the scrapyard. I have an
Okay.
idea.
Start walking
Hmm.
towards Great Chaos.
Okay, so you're moving into the factory wood essentially, but yeah. Yeah.
I think we should make a
Okay.
dummy, whatever this vile thing is, to show Earlathan in case he's not to be trusted.
How? We're not tinkerers.
Well- Ven is.
That's
I
true.
What?
agree.
Then,
Iratos is as well.
can
Eh?
you make
Yeah,
a fake one of these things that Alina has?
I can try.
Can you make 5 and give 1 to each of us?
Okay. Should we go meet Lord Person and then try and forge this and then come back tomorrow? Because we're not
I
going to
think
show
if you
now.
already meet him with the real one, it kind of defeats the purpose. Because I can't make a perfect forgery.
You don't
Yeah.
know if Karatos can either.
Yeah.
But we can't do it here because we don't have the
No,
tools
we
anyway.
can't do it.
So,
So we're going to have to head
Yeah.
back.
so why don't we do Scott, reforge, meet Earlathan?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Soulstruck walks a little bit faster, so you guys have to walk a bit faster to keep up now.
Okay. So as you move into the factory wood and you kind of follow the numbering on the workshops, trying to find Earlathan's workshop, you do see actually a very modest looking workshop with a not that high of a fence compared to Seoul, maybe like half his height,
Holy shit. Soul's just too big, man.
Yeah, what the fuck?
but the fence is like maybe half his height. Yeah. And as you see from the outside, the gate that's currently around the fence is closed, is locked. The workshop itself seems to be a modest looking, maybe double the size of Karatos's workshop. Yeah. But in comparison to all the other factories and workshops in Factory Wood, is actually considered very small.
So that's
Yeah, but
Erlathan's
you do
workshop,
This
right?
is Earlathan's workshop.
this is the address that
And
you
does
see.
it look
Yeah.
shut or?
It looks closed right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going in anyway.
Then, yeah, we're not going in anyway, so just keep going.
But at least now you know where it is.
Mhm.
Yep.
And so you move out of Factory Wood at a faster pace now, moving back towards here, the Shadow Star Court. And as you reach there, you see the same two guards. Now, seeing you arrive, they signal, and from inside the the room, there's a middle-aged lady that walks out, half elven lady that walks out, and she looks at all of you, and you can see she's been waiting for you, and despite that, she walks out and she kind of bows to you, and she goes, "Are you guests of the Lord, my Lord Thornley Scott?"
Yes, sorry
Correct.
for the wait. We were dealing with very important business. But we're back now. And do we follow
It's
you?
okay.
Is he coming to meet us? What's happening?
Yes, you can follow me. My name is Elisaris. She kind of gives a small bow.
Fuck, what a name.
Yeah.
Elisaris.
Yeah. She walks and she says,
Saris.
Yes, you could follow me." She moves in, nods to the guards along the way. The guards nod. They see you through, and you move into the Shadowstar Court itself. Yeah. And as you move in, you just kind of navigate. The area of Shadowstar Court is definitely a lot more extravagant. Everything here does look richer. It does look made of like more well put together in
It's
general.
like
There
more
are many
pretentious and gaudy and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. There are some buildings that are actually like gilded gold. Yeah. And it's just uh, it reeks of rich people,
Wait,
essentially.
sorry, is this Factory Wood?
No. We're in the
No,
This
no,
is
Shadowstar
Shadow
Court.
Star
Shadow
Court.
Star.
Oh, we've gone back. What the fuck? Sorry. Yeah, okay. I was like, what
You've
the fuck?
you've left Factory Wood, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Carry on.
Yep. And you walk past close to the right side of Shadowstar Court, around the buildings here, and you see Elisaris stops right outside. Uh, not the largest manor. It looks more like a townhouse, really.
Oh.
And yeah, like a bunch,
Oh.
almost like a bunch of townhouses together, kind of. It's not like the richest house in the area for sure. Yeah. And as you look at it, you're like, okay, it's not bad, but it's not the richest. And as
That's
she
fine.
unlatches the gate, leads you in, goes to the door. You see this wooden door. There is a door knocker, but she doesn't need to do it. She just opens the door, leads you in, and
As
you
we
do
pass it, I'm
see a
gonna use the
very
door knocker anyway.
yeah. You do see this quaint little living room, and she sits you down in the very long couches, red cushion couches, sits you down, and she says, I will fetch the Lord. Help yourselves to some tea. And you
Um,
do see there's like some tea at
Elis,
the table.
Elisaris, does the Lord like music?
From time to time.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Okay, but from time to time.
As I wink at Cat Monk.
I
Yep.
put the drums away.
Yeah. So she leaves, and you see she leaves you in the living room, and you sit there, and there is like tea on the like a tea set on the table.
Ben, you okay?
I'm alright.
What was well actually I don't want to ask about that, I don't want to pry, but I assume we are looking out for any of these and getting rid of them? Is that our new
Yes.
thing?
Yes.
Do we kill
Definitely.
people who have them?
No,
Oh, can we?
not. If they threaten you, sure.
What if they're like I'm assuming that like we heard you say it's a cult. What if we see like people who clearly are part of the cult? Do we kill them? Like do we assume they're gonna fight us, is what I'm saying.
You can assume that they will fight me. I don't know about you guys.
So us then.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Always up for a fight. Always up for a duel. I try to cheer Ben up. And yeah, I'm just gonna like eat my cookies and drink my biscuits and drink my tea.
Drink your biscuit.
I'm eating my biscuits and drinking my tea.
Silene does sit next to you, Van, and also kind of gives you a very small pat on the back.
Oh shit,
Right.
forgot you were here.
Yeah. So now it's just Van, Silene, and Nat. But yeah.
Mm. Are you guys not sitting?
Yeah, no, on the other side.
Alright.
They're sitting on the opposite side. Yeah. Soul takes up almost the whole couch, but yeah.
Let's get Monk sit on his lap.
So as I don't know if Catman can sit on his lap if you want. But
You
as
know
you're
what to
waiting,
do.
in the living room, you see the very familiar figure, Lord Tonley Scott, enter from one of the side rooms, slightly potchy belly, kind of comes up to you, dressed in a lot finer robes than he was when he was on the lightning rail. And he goes, "Ah, yes, my saviors, my rescuers. Yes, yes, sit down, sit down, sit down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're here for your letter of recommendation, was it not?" Looks at you specifically, Soul, and goes, "I remember you. Haven't got yourself new set of clothes yet, I see.
No, regrets,
You
Lord
really
Scott.
should. You
I
really
really
should."
should as well, but unfortunately, um, they do say punctuality is the pride of kings, and unfortunately, we are not yet kings of the Golden City, as you may
I can respect that.
find.
I can respect that. He looks to the rest of you and he goes, "They do need better clothes too."
They
Well,
do, and
wait.
we were hoping that you would help us by introducing us to the Golden City, so to say. We don't want to. Surely, a man of your stature understands that first impressions count for a lot
Of
in a city
course, of
such as this.
course. Of course. What could I help you with exactly?
Well, firstly, the letter of introduction, as you was so kind to remind us, but we were also hoping that perhaps, especially for I gesture to Alina, the lady here, something just to help her ease her introduction into the Golden City, as you might say.
Hmm.
Surely
What do
you have a guy, I'm sure, that would be able to help us. That's a personal tailor, if at all.
I could have I could probably get something from the Cloud Top commercial, yes.
Excellent.
Which is on the other side of the Shadow Star Corp, but yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
like the
closed at the moment, right?
right
Hang on, give
now,
me a
but
sec. I just got to.
it's like the rich people's
But
market.
then having no respect for this conversation, you're just gonna splay herself across Gears' back,
Mhm.
like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, Gears is still there.
Yes.
And you can see as he is sitting around, he's kinda leaking oil around the area. Van doesn't care, but he's leaking oil around the area and you can see Tonley Scott every now and then glancing at the at the dog, the metallic dog.
I give him good pets.
Yeah.
Many good pets.
So the
And
next thing we'll ask Lord Scott would be, we followed your instructions, which were incredibly accurate, well, very well written, very well precise, and we found Earlathan's workshop.
thank
It
you. Was he
appears,
there?
however, no, that was my next question. It appears he is not apparently there. So we were wondering, perhaps we could seek a dinner with Earlathan tonight.
I'm not sure if tonight might work. However, I could give you the letter of introductions and attempt to get in his good books. Perhaps tomorrow you could visit him at his workshop or at his home. Depends.
Oh, that would be
And then
most
you might
helpful.
arrange a dinner.
That would be most helpful.
Lord Scott, I don't know if we ever asked you this. What do you actually do for work?
Something to do with shipping. Not exactly the best job in the world, but I ship mostly the produce over from Bravinos to Kavinos.
Oh,
Interesting. We must have spoken to one of your shall we say associates. I call him a gentleman, but that maybe does him too much of an honor. Roland
Rhoda.
Rhoda.
I don't recognize that name, but I assume you're talking about Hell or High Water.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I don't own Hell or High Water, but I do work with them to bring in my goods from Bravinos. Maybe if there's something I can do to help in that regard, I would be glad to.
Yes. There is a manifesto that we are seeking to obtain, not to keep, just to get some information from. There are these symbols you see, and he turns to Vin.
I pick it out of my pocket and I show it to him.
Yeah. So it's
He
come to our attention that these
cocked his head a little
symbols,
bit.
yeah, these symbols are not something that you want to be bringing into the Golden City.
Does he looks like he recognizes it?
No,
Okay.
he's looking at it a bit
Yeah.
confused.
Okay.
So we don't want unsavory types coming into the Golden City, and this symbol is definitely unsavory individuals that we would not want to
Ah, I
besmirch the
see.
honor of the city.
I see.
So
That won't
we would
do.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, that would not simply would not do, and we wish to work with the greater, how we say, echelons to keep Golden City safe from unsavory individuals.
And you want the manifesto?
Yes, we wish to seek where these symbols have come from and how we can stop these symbols from spreading.
I don't
Cut
know
it.
about the how,
The
but
how is
I
for
do
us to
agree.
worry
We'll
about.
kill them. I say very matter of factly.
And then Soldier says, "You know that we're good for that."
I do, yes, but I don't. I would rather blood not be spilled in my name.
Your name would not be. Your name will be only lauded for your proactive and heroic intervention. We will keep your name out of any, again, as I say, unsavory enterprises or anything that may bring any sort of reputable stain upon your name. Rest assured that we work with the utmost discretion. You understand as a gentleman, some things are best left unsaid.
Rest assured, I don't kill anyone in anyone's name. I do it if I want to. I do it if I can. I've been there, done that. I don't kill anyone for anyone anymore. So trust me, it won't be in your name, Lord Scott.
He nods but quickly looks away from you, and he gets the idea that he's never heard the word kill mentioned so many times under his roof before, and he's not very comfortable with the idea. So he just quickly looks past you and looks back at Soul, and he goes, "And you want the manifesto? I might be able to help. I can speak to Diana, sure."
Excellent. Then you will find that this may be a very agreeable partnership for both of us. If you
As for
happen to
the
run, if you happen to run into any other, as we say, unfortunate situations you may find yourself in, please feel free to call upon us as we have called upon you today.
he nods and he goes, "You said you were in the Hoofs and Heaves, was it not?"
Temporarily, yes, but you may find us there, and any messages directed to them will eventually reach us without fail.
He gives a nod, and as he says that, you see he actually takes out a case, like a almost like a plastic case, and he pulls out this scroll which he unfolds, and you can see as he flips it around that it is a letter of recommendation penned by him with a very
Nice.
swirly, curly, whirly signature at the end. But
Nice.
there is like a gap in the center of the words, and he goes, "I need to address this letter of recommendation to a group in particular."
Well, I think that's a good time for a break.
I was gonna say, and as we say that, the party is like,
Fuck
we will
sakes,
take a
man.
real life break.
We keep getting railroaded into having to
Yeah.
pick a fucking name for ourselves.
No, it's not me railroading. It's the story that
It's us
requests.
railroading ourselves.
Yep.
Telling yourself
Yeah.
that.
You railroad yourselves.
Who wrote the story?
Fuck me, man.
And welcome back. We're live. We should be live. All right, let's go, Mexi.
Okay, so as we come back into the session, the party is seated around the living room of Lord Thornley Scott, and Lord Thornley Scott has just pulled out the scroll, which is the letter of recommendation, with his huge loopy signature at the end, and he has requested that the party give him a name, a group name, so he can write the name in the document itself. And so, as he looks at all of you, he pulls out the scroll and he goes, "Yes, so who should I address this to? It needs a name."
Basia Kulos Mios.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yes, that is our name.
He starts to spell it out. BA. He just like confirms it with you guys, and he
Yep.
writes.
Passing saying.
It's episode for the honored ones.
Ah, I
Yeah.
see. And
Celestial.
after everything that you
Celestial.
have done, it would make sense that you are
Absolutely.
honored ones, at least under this roof. He finishes writing, folds the scroll back, puts it in like the letter case, just kind of presents it, not sure who to take it, and then moves it
So
towards you. So
Yeah, so we'll
so
take it.
so grabs
Yeah.
it, puts it in one of his many, hangs it from his chain, I suppose.
yeah, and he goes, with that letter of recommendation, you would probably be able to seek an audience with Erlatan rather easily. Although he would probably be under the impression that I asked you to look for him to make something, which is not the case, but you know. Now,
So I
uh,
stand up, I
yep,
bow, and we say, "Thank you for your time, Lord Scott. May we be fortunate enough to have you to attend upon you one day, as you have done for us today."
he nods and he looks to all of you and he goes, and in the meantime, I will check with my esteemed contacts in the Cloud Top commercial, and if they manage to get hold of a good tailor, my tailor specifically, I could get you some nice suits. You honestly look like you need some. We will
We
have to
do. We
custom
would.
make one for you in particular. It looks at you, so
I am much chagrined that you seek to continuously remind us of this. Yes,
it is unfortunate, but it would be better if you look presentable while wandering the Shadow Star Court.
then pray can we call
It's
upon you in the morning?
for the tailor.
Indeed. Or will you have them sent direct?
Nope, it is okay. It is it. I can ask Elisaris to prepare for your arrival. And you see Elisaris in the corner. She kind of bows, and as she bows, you also see Lord Thornley kind of glance and nudge his head towards the oil spills of gears, and you see Elisaris kind of bow there as well,
Then
kind
we
of
shall
nudge his
see
head
you
to.
on. Then we will see you on the morrow, good sir. We will not take any more of your time.
He nods. Goes,
I
good night to you.
I interject now. Good day, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Top of the
Good day,
morning to
sir.
ya.
Cool.
Yep. And
All
as
right.
you step out of it and you see Van drags uh Gears out because Gears didn't want to move
Yep.
because it's very comfortable, and drags it out, and as he drags out the gears, you see the moment you drag out, the door closes. You hear Tonley Scott in muffled voice of Tonley Scott behind the door. He goes, "Yeah, can you just clean that up for me, please, darling?" And Elisary is like, "Oh yes, yes." It's just disappear. You so you are now outside the Shadow Star Court, around like the right side of it. Where would you? Is there anywhere that in
What
particular you would
what time
wanna?
is it now?
7 or 8 at this point. Close to
Let's
night.
go find Elathan's place.
Okay.
Do we know where it is?
Or-
Wait, didn't we want to make the duplicate first?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
So you're heading
Okay.
back essentially.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna head
Yeah.
back.
Okay. So as you
To hooves and heaves, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this journey back is a lot quicker because you can see that a lot of the places that used to be open are now closed. Even the junction with all the makeshift stores, all the stores have kind of all their goods that were previously there have been removed. The store is
Mhm.
still there, but the things they're selling is all gone. You can see the Aurus markets is also quiet now. dark. Nobody seems to be there. But as you pass by Perfect Light Terrace and Screws Loose, Perfect Light Terrace doesn't have as many patrons at this time because you feel like their patrons are more distinguished, a little bit more distinguished. But as you walk past Screws Loose on the way back to Hooves and Heaves, you hear the raucous laughter, the singing, just the merriment in general. Yeah, so you can tell that that's where the late night I guess party goers are at.
Let's go
Uh,
there.
yeah, that's the tavern. So you
Yep.
walk into so you walk into Screws Loose. Not that large of an establishment as compared to Perfect Light Terrace, but you can immediately see that the tap room is a very huge, not quite circular, but
Wait, sorry,
semi-circular tap
Max. Is the
room.
Hooves and Heaves still open at this point?
I mean, it's where Van stays.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Should we drop it off at Karatos first?
You
Oh,
can just
yeah.
pass it to me because I'm gonna sleep there anyway.
Oh yeah. Should we do
yeah.
that? And then like Vin and Karatos can tinker and make them. So we'll just pass it to her. We won't like sidetrack. We'll just pass it on the end.
Okay,
of
you so the
So we're
party
still at
splits
screws
temporarily.
loose. No,
Yeah.
we're still at screws loose. I guess for now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then in that case, I'll just do Van first. So Van, you pick up that strange canister thing and you go back to Karatos. You making sure to drop gears out in the garden along the
Mhm.
way, kind of like. Yeah, and as you walk in, you see Karatos again. The moment you walk in, you can hear he's very busy with all his. There's a hammering sounds at the back. Still working late into this night. And
Wow.
you move into the Hooves and Heaves.
Karatos!
Still hammering.
Karatos!
Still hammering.
Ugh. I pick up like a loose screw on the floor and I throw it at his head.
As you throw it, it's like, oh, he lifts that metal welding mask. He turns around and goes, "Oh, what? Oh, hello, Van. Sorry, I didn't hear you."
New assignment.
Put it down. Looks at it. Uh, I was just trying to figure out, and he gestures, and you see the blueprint that Nat gave him,
Mm.
and you
Oh,
can see
yes.
he's kind of trying to figure like make something out, but he doesn't know, and he's just looking. Then he looks at the thing that you just brought in, and he goes, "What might that be?"
I don't know. But we want to make duplicates of it. At least looking like this. It doesn't have to function the same, but it has to look like it.
What is the function of it?
I have no idea.
Irrelevant.
I can make a very well, I mean, it is possible to make a piece of metal that looks like it, but on closer inspection, you can easily tell it's not the same thing.
That's fine. They're not paying me to do this anyway.
When do you need it by?
Tomorrow. I'll help.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you sure you don't want to hang out with your new friends at least for a
It's
while more?
fine, Karatos. It's fine.
He picks up the thing very gingerly, moves it, kind of shoves the blueprint aside, puts it aside, and he goes, "I guess we get to work then. How's Gears?"
He's leaking oil.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta fix him
You need
then.
to tell Algebra to stop play fighting with him so rough. The screws keep coming loose.
Algebra's a monkey. He doesn't know better. He's a homunculus.
Well, you made him, so.
Yeah, but he's a homunculus.
Well, you made him!
That 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 kind of goes like back and forth a little bit. Yeah.
Not humans. God.
Like I said, you can change it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, we fucking
Then after a while kind of pulls out the amaryllis icon from her pocket and she says, "Have you seen this lately?" And she sets it down on the table.
Glances at it and she goes, "No, is this some sort of religious icon? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Did you buy it off one of those people at the Worshippers Square? Van, you know those are
I
just
didn't
fake.
buy it because I believed in it or anything, okay? Remember where I told you I came from?
Bravinos?
Yeah.
I
This is a
came.
cult in Bravanos.
You never told me about the cult.
Well, I'm telling you now, it's a cult in Bravanos, and I don't know why, but they're starting to expand.
Are you in danger?
I don't know yet.
Let's hope not then, I guess.
If anyone comes by bearing one of these symbols or that of a golden crown, preaching some stuff about the amaryllis or whatever, calling her radiance or whatever, you just show them out the door.
Okay, I guess. Van,
Yeah.
what goddess is this? Why are you so worked up?
She's not good news.
Okay, I mean, I believe you, of course, but
Here to DM my goddess is she again?
what?
What is her domain again?
Domain or name?
Both. I know her name, but what is like she the goddess of?
She's the goddess of tyranny.
Aha, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool, very nice.
Yeah, she's the goddess of tyranny. Her domains are like death, trickery, protection. Yeah,
Okay.
the resplendent, basically. Aurea the resplendent. Not that the party knows this, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's not good news.
So as you say that, Karatos kind of nods, knowing when to pry and when not to, and he just silently goes back to like hammering. He takes out this piece of metal, that one of them that you brought in actually, and you notice it to be the hand of that scrap collector thing that you brought in, and he broken off the hand, and he's trying to use the hand to kind of fashion it into a similar cylindrical shape, and he just silently goes back to work. Till the welding mask comes back down, and he just silently goes back to work. Yeah. He nudges some of the metallic bits in your direction as well to like.
I start tinkering.
Yep. Okay. Now we go back to the rest of the party. So as you enter Screws Loose, you see that the tap room of Screws Loose is about a semicircle, but you can see that the room, the tavern itself extends more to the back, but that's more of the kitchen, so you can't see it. It's generally built in a circular-ish shape, and you can see one of the bigger tables is actually closer to the window, and it's almost like an alcove sitting at the window. Yeah, there is a second and a third floor where there are rooms, but right now at this time of day, most of the tap room is most of the people and the patrons are in the tap room, and you can see that it's pretty lively. There is a single bard there's on the front of the like a kind of like a makeshift stage, half elf bard standing sitting there, uh playing a song, not bad, and he's just playing it, just kind of vibing to it, taking the drinks, drinking. Uh, Not a very hyped up atmosphere, but people are enjoying themselves. Not really the time of the night where things go super insane yet, I guess. But yeah, and you walk in, you do see that there's a counter as well. Barman. Barman is a human, rather burly human sitting behind the counter, wiping down some mugs, but at the same time also putting some of the filled mugs on the counter itself. Yep.
Well, first things first, we go up and ask for rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you walk up to the innkeeper, and you kind of squeeze through the crowd, kind of easy because you have soul, and you go up to him, and he looks at you, goes, "Ah, yes, hi, how can I help you? Welcome to Screws Loose. If you've got a Screws Loose, this is the place to come."
Is that your motto? Is that your
I'm
slogan?
working on. I'm working on it.
Alright.
I'm working on it.
No, I'm just wondering.
I'm working on it.
And then Soul
Um,
just starts and then kind of trails off. We need, and then he kind of glances at those for him to say how many rooms.
yeah. Do you have
'Cause
rooms? How many rooms do you have?
Usually, Silene and Nard share a room, right?
hmm.
So do you have 4 rooms?
I have 3 rooms available. Unfortunately, a bit of a more crowds tonight, but kind of
Wait.
looks at all of you.
1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Judging by your group, 3 rooms should be enough for 5 of you. My name's Sullivan,
Yeah.
by the way. But
Yeah.
yes,
Can we
Yeah,
call
he
you?
doesn't
Sullivan
know.
of the Screws.
Can we call you
Sully.
Sully?
You could call him Sully. Sully of the Screws Loose. Yes,
Sully with the screws loose. Okay.
that works too.
Cool, Sully. I guess we'll just take those 3 rooms. Don't really have much of a choice.
That would be
Yeah.
1 golden night, unless you're staying for more than 1 night.
I think. Oh fuck.
Just
we'll
one
just
night
do
for
the
now,
night for
right?
now. We don't know where we're
Yeah.
heading to next. Yeah.
You want breakfast?
Yeah, sure. What do you have?
Oh yeah, brother.
I mean, you could make eggs and bacon if you want breakfast.
Alright, let's do it.
Yes,
There
it
would be
be.
one gold. There would be 1 gold, 5 silver for each room and breakfast. Then.
Okay, I'll put 1 gold, 5 silver down for the room with me.
So
and
there is So that is with 3 rooms. It's basically 1.5 gold plus 3. So four gold, 5 silver.
Divided by 4, so 1 gold, 1 silver each. Ish.
Yeah, kind of ish.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
Okay.
1 gold, 1 silver.
How many gold into silver again?
I'm
10.
just gonna
10.
10,
Okay,
10.
cool.
I'll just minus that, and then
Yep.
Silene will probably minus that on her end.
7. Yeah, cool. Blimey.
Now, with the room settled, and he turns around, unhooks like the only 3 keys that he has left off like the keyboard essentially, and he hands them to you. He says, "These rooms are not side by side, unfortunately, but I think you'll manage."
That's fine. Who's in between us?
Travelers, it seems. There are some people that have come in from Bravinos, but I think they're just travelers. Some of them just merchants.
Nothing shifty.
Nah, we don't take shifty types here. You're looking for shifty, you gotta head down to the docks, man. There's a,
Oh,
there's a reason why the drunken fish is there.
okay. Anyway, thank you.
That as he says that, he cannot lowers his voice and goes, "Don't tell them I said that."
I will tell them you said that. Thank you, Sully.
I said, "Don't what?"
You're welcome. And then I just walk off, I guess.
You
to-
head up into the
Yeah.
So the all 3 rooms, while they are not side by side, there are two of the rooms that you got on the very very top floor, the 3rd floor, and there's
Okay.
one that's on the 2nd floor. So you guys can kind of decide.
So it doesn't
Saul goes
matter.
in and takes one by himself and shuts the door.
Doesn't
So he takes
bother
the 2nd floor.
me.
Yeah,
So
Catman.
just
give it-
goes 2nd floor, just
Yeah.
So there's
Is
2 on the
Catman.
3rd and 1 on the 2nd, right?
yeah, 2 on the 3rd. And so now
I picked the room directly below Soul's room.
You'll be
Um,
above. You'll be above.
Above.
you'll be
Oh,
above.
but
You'll be above, yeah.
even better.
Elena, if it makes you more comfortable, I could room with Cat Monk and you could room with Silene if you want. I'm sure
Yeah?
Silene's okay with that. Silene says okay.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
Maybe
Silene would be okay with that.
I don't
is
think
the one
Silene
who
minds,
doesn't
yeah.
need as much sleep though. But do
Silene
you
would
know
be
what?
okay.
That's fine. Okay.
Wouldn't that
That
make
sounds
more
like a
sense
plan.
then? Yeah. Yeah.
And then Ven's going back to
Ven's back
who's
at
in
the
use,
thing.
right?
Who's-
Vent's
Easy.
already there. Yeah, Vent's
Yeah.
already there.
So me
Okay.
with Cat Monk, Silene with Elena, and Sololo is down below us.
Solo soul.
Perfect.
So this would be considered a long rest, not that you guys did anything.
Mhm.
But anything you guys want to do over this long rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely, he does.
While Nad's setting up the beds, getting ready, just to,
Oh, I don't set up beds, man. I'm just sprawled out. I'm just like,
he's just relaxing a bit.
Yeah.
I reach into my bag and I've got these rocks from a while back from my past. And I sort of it somehow my feet go like this and it hooks right under, and I have one rock for each foot, and I just start tap dancing, and I just start hoppity hoppity, and then while I'm trying to practice this, I grab the drums and I'm like, Nad, give it a fucking go, mate, and I toss it at him like a rugby ball,
I catch
and
it.
and he catches it because he's a feline lad,
He's
and
dexterous, yeah.
and we start making some bops.
Yes, I absolutely bop along to that dancing.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Um,
Boom, 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 boom.
that's where I'm at.
Okay. And as you guys do like your whole performance thing after realizing that you could actually earn money from it,
Oh, fuck.
Soul, from your room above you, you hear a lot of banging and beating and just a whole lot of fucking noise.
Imagine if
What's
it's not
so-
even us,
what's
it's
so-
just like a real rowdy couple.
So what's
So
the
you
floor?
then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the floors of this tavern?
Wood, it seems.
Like, is it just wood
It's wood, yeah.
wood planks, right?
Yeah, it's wood planks. And even as you look up to the ceiling, the the foundations are also wood.
The
Yeah.
rafters.
Yeah, the
So,
rafters are
yeah.
also wood.
So basically, what Saul does is, I'm assuming he's tall enough to reach the roof.
Oh yeah.
He's got about
Just
3 or 4 daggers, and he just puts them up there, hoping that eventually they'll just step on one by accident.
It's like a whack-a-mole.
he
Yeah.
just
Net notices and speaks the rhythm up.
Yeah. So he's just taking, like, he's got like all these daggers just lying around. Like, takes one
Yep.
from his boot, takes one from his inside his gauntlet, takes one from behind his back, takes one from his belt, and he's just putting them up on the top. Then he just starts going into like a prayer and just zoning the whole thing out.
He's
Oh,
like,
and he's
oh,
got
mighty gods and so please bless me by allowing my foe to step on one of these.
It's more like, please bless me with deafness.
head monk. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh!
Can I
There's not
impose
much-
disadvantage because I've got inspiration?
Oh,
Most fucking friendly.
sure.
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah,
with
use
disadvantage.
it. Okay, wait. 14 plus 7, 21. And then
With
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
14 plus 7. No, this, yeah, 21, 21.
Nice.
Damn
Fucking
it.
crazy rolls.
So as you're kind of tap dancing across the floor, you also start to notice as you go faster and faster that the rock bit, the rock that's on your head, on your feet, do scrape against certain things, but you don't get hurt by it, and that's when you start noticing that there are like dagger tips sticking out from the ground, like 4 or 5 of them.
Do you stop?
I am Nad still goes on with the drumming, and I notice this, and I put my ear to the ground, and I hear Saul praying, and I see like the dagger tips, and then I just cup my mouth over the dagger tips. I'm like, sir, do you want me to sing as well, love?
What?
Can't even hear
Want
what
me
he's
to
trying to say.
sing?
Do you want me to sing?
Soul, while you are deep in your meditation and your religious prayer, do you think you would be able to hear that?
Probably not, in all honesty. Like with Soul, like, because his life revolves around prayer.
Yep.
Like, it's kind of, he's been more or less knows how to tune things out. The only thing he'll be keeping out of would be, can he hear footsteps approaching his door? Can he hear
Right.
stuff like that? But more or less, he can tune everything
Right.
else out because he's done it every day for his life for the last 90
Right.
years. Pretty
Right.
common thing for him to just have noises around him when he prays.
Alright, so
Okay.
has been alive for 90 years. This guy is old.
I don't know.
What a
my
boomer!
Old-ass
D&D
man,
Beyond
dude, what
has
the fuck?
crashed again. Actually,
It's
what is
okay.
the lifespan of a dragonborn?
A
I
lot,
think
right?
it's no, it's not. It's a little bit longer than humans, as far as I know. Yeah, but not like super. It's not like elf kind of long.
I thought it was like 200 years or something, isn't it?
Oh no, actually, I was about 100, slightly past 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, then he's probably not 90 then. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. 50?
Still pretty
100.
old.
100,
Yeah.
150
Yeah, still-
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragonborn,
Like, he's
they live to be
older.
around 80.
Diagnosis: boomer.
Boomer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was a waste of inspiration.
It's okay. It was an attempt. Yep. So, Cat Monk, as you kind of shout into the daggers, there's no response.
Disappointed. I stand up. I start tap dancing.
That pretty much goes on for
An hour or
Ven-
two,
most
I
of
would
the
say.
night. Most of the night.
Van back hooves you straighten and she takes the welding mask off her head and she's like, I sense that there is mischief being made without me.
Just managed.
Where can
Yeah.
we see? Wait, where are we? Yeah, can we see the hooves and heaves from Screws Loose?
I
Wait,
gotta
from
start
our
building-
room?
Start throwing
You could
rocks out the
see-
window.
So because Who's and Heaves has that huge like windmill like structure
Yeah.
at the top of it, you can kind of see that slowly
cool.
revolving. Yeah. And from the 3rd floor, actually, as you look out the window, you can see that small alcove that Van would crawl in from, like
Right.
just barely. Yeah. So yeah, you can like from the top.
Yeah, just out of interest.
Mm.
And as the night passes, Van, you finally stop work, and you also finally manage to persuade Kairotos to stop work.
Go to
You
sleep, old man.
as you crawl into the little like cubby hole slash room that you use in Hooves and Heaves, you also do see as you go up to the alcove, the very top of Screws Loose.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, you kind of look there just to know that okay, my party members are there, my companions are there.
Ben kind of pulls out the icon from her pocket.
Okay.
And for the first time in a long time, she's gonna pray.
Okay.
And she's gonna hold it. And she's gonna pray to her old god. And she says, I don't know what you want. I don't know what they want. But if I ever meant anything to any of you, stay the fuck away from
That's it.
Yep.
You don't feel anything in particular from that, but you hold on to that golden flower as you make your prayer. At your mind trying to stop yourself from delving too deep into the events of the past. Okay. Now, before we officially move on to the next day and start the full rest, rather, anybody has anything else to do, or
Um,
Mm, I'm good.
so I think the only thing I'd want to do is like Soul would be checking. So obviously he's done his bloodletting from his ceremony before.
Yep.
He's just checking that how if the wound has healed of any significant scars, like scar
oh,
shapes. If there's any signs that the that did anything, I guess, for his god.
there is the wound has healed. You're not sure if it'll leave a scar yet. It's a bit too soon to tell, but the wound has definitely healed, and it's there. You can see it. Doesn't seem to have any other special properties to it though, other than just like a scabbed over wound.
You just see his shoulders are like lower, just that small fraction. Like he's been trying for a while.
Yeah,
He
he
doesn't get
has
any. He doesn't get anything.
hasn't done anything significant. It seems. Well, that one
Well,
time.
that's what it seems like to him as well. He's like,
Mm.
I must not be doing enough.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um,
So, yes, Alina.
do I have that canister on me, or is it
That's
still
with Vin.
with
That's with Vin.
Yeah,
Ben?
The
with
real
Ben.
one is within.
Okay, never mind then.
Yep. But is there anything else, or is that
No, that was just it. I just wanted to double check.
okay? So, the next morning, as you all head down for breakfast, you see that most of the patrons have cleared out from Screws Loose, and you do see the other travelers that were in their rooms. Pretty much they're not adventuring types. You can see they're probably just visiting from Bravinos. They're dressed in not nobility clothes, but traveling clothes. Not really carrying anything heavy. They pretty much don't stay for breakfast. They just leave. But you do catch sight of them, and as one of them leaves, you see just as they're leaving, Ven walks in with Viros on her back as usual, and you see Van as you walk in, you see the party seated near that window alcove seat, breakfast being served. Move towards them and sit down.
I move
Oh,
and
shoves
drop
shows
everything
shoves
onto
a
the
plate.
table. I drop everything onto the table. I take the plate that Saul has offered me, and I shimmy over in between Nat and Silene, and I start eating.
Oi, oi, Vin. Good
Hello.
morning.
I made the things you guys asked for. Well, me and
You do
Kairos
see
did.
Oh,
Ooh.
thank you.
you do see it is the same on the outside on first glance. It does look like the same canister looking device, but you can also tell that if you just fumble with it a little bit, you can tell that it's clearly not the real thing.
Do
If you open
we-
it up, it's hollow, and if you
That's
try
fine.
and tinker with it, it doesn't do anything. But it
Yeah.
looks pretty close.
That's all right. I think I can convince Erlathan to tell us what it is before we have to show the real thing.
So we
Do
just
we owe
we
you
all carry
anything
the
for
fake.
that? Or Karatos
Yeah.
anything for that?
Don't
Vin?
worry about it. It's fine.
All right. All right.
You also
Are you
know
sure?
that
Okay.
as you leave Who's and Heaves in the morning, Karatos is already hard at work as he always is. But this time, as you glance in through the workshop before you came here, you notice that he's working on two things. The main thing is that blueprint that Nat gave him. He's still trying to piece it together. But the other thing that he was working on that you saw in the other side, kind of pushed to the side for now, are the syringe hand
Oh yes.
that Soul gave as well. Yeah, he kind of like pushed it to the side.
Why'd you ask him to make Nat? It's really got him stumped.
I wanna It's something we used to like. Well, not me personally, but one of my compatriots, maybe colleagues, whatever you want to call it, used to use in my old line of work. It would help you like scale things easy, get up and down things, helps you move quite quickly. It's I think it'll come in handy in a place like this with so much verticality. Harmon. I shout out to the barkeeper guy, barman. Sorry,
Herman.
barman.
You mean Sally?
Wait,
Oh,
who's barman?
Sully.
You mean Sally?
Who's Sully? Oh, Sully's
The
that guy.
barman.
Yeah, yeah.
Sully is the barman. He probably
Why-
wrote Harmon instead of barman.
Why did I
God.
write
Barman, the barman.
Why did I write barman though? Sully, sorry, Sully.
I don't know. Yep.
Do you do
He's at the counter. Yeah.
Do you can you get someone to deliver food or anything like that? Just over to Hoops and Heaves. I want to send Karuto something because he's been working on something for me.
Oh sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Just maybe what we're having. Maybe
Does he eat like a man or does he eat like a
Yeah,
horse?
actually, Ven, does he eat like meat or is he?
Pretty sure Karatos is vegetarian, but he likes eggs.
Okay.
Just
Send
a
him a
plate of
dozen eggs. A dozen.
Yeah.
Just a bit-
I want you to
man.
take a dozen eggs and cook them in 3 different ways, 4 in each way, and then send them that way. All right.
He likes omelets.
Oh, never
Make a
mind.
massive
Scratch that.
omelet.
Make an omelet. All 12 eggs. No meat. Omelet with spinach and feta, if you have any.
Truffles.
Truffles. No,
This
not
is a
truffles. I know
bougie
money for
bitch
truffles.
omelette.
I could add onions.
Yes, onions. Lots of
Okay.
onions.
Okay, so a 12 egg omelette. Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
With well, honestly, you know what? You guys are staying here for the night. Just gonna charge you 5 silver for the food, and I'm just gonna send it his way.
Done, sir. Here you go. And I give him the 5
Right.
silver.
And he moves to the back, and you start to hear the cracking of a lot of eggs. Yeah.
Not never tips because Nod's an asshole.
Oh my.
That's
Then
just an
kinda
asshole. He
says
just
through
never
a f-
tips.
Ven kind of says through a face full of bacon. So what's the plan? Where are we going?
Let's go to Erlatham today, eh? Let's Figure out
Yeah.
what this thing is and hold up
Wait,
the fake
do
one.
we want to get some decent clothes?
Didn't you guys want to get
first?
clothes? Yeah, I thought
Maybe after
Mr. Scott
Erlatham?
was.
He will be in
No, let's
grid
get
gears
the
anyway,
clothes-
right?
He
Let's
should be in
let's get
big
the-
years, yeah.
No, but we promised Lord Scott will call upon him in the morrow.
Oh, in the
Well, we
morrow,
promised
in the
his-
morning.
We promised his assistant.
Alina, do you want to hold on to the real one?
Yeah, give
Yeah.
Alina.
There
Yeah,
you go.
give her
Give
the
it
real
to
one.
me.
I've got the fake one. I'll just pop that the fake one.
I
for now.
assume we all just carry a fake one now.
Yeah, I'll just carry the fake one.
Can Soul have his fake one like? where
Wait, you only
people
made
can-
one, right, Ben?
I
Oh, how
made
many
5.
fake?
Oh, you
She
made
made
5. Okay.
Yeah.
She made 5, yeah.
Yeah,
Fake.
so can Soul
Yeah,
put his
that's
fake one on where it's, if someone was to have a, like, he's made a very half-hearted attempt to hide it, so that if someone does see
Right,
it,
right,
looking for it, they will see it on
Smart.
him.
Smart.
right.
Smart.
But
Okay.
it's not so obvious that it would look fake. It's kind of like half hidden it behind his
Okay.
Ven
cape or
can carry
something
the
like that.
real one. Ven can carry the real one.
Alina
I think
has a real one.
Alina has the real one.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
the real one, but
Okay.
I have a
I-
fake one as well, right? Because there's
No,
5
no,
of
no,
us.
the-
That's
the
fine.
other
So
fake
you
one
have
is
the real
Silene.
one. Everyone else has a fake one.
I can swap it with you though, Alina, so that people don't target you as much.
Yeah,
Because
true,
I can
'cause
take
they
a
already
few more
know.
hits. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
or
I'm
Soul
usually
can
at the
take
back
it as well.
anyway.
Doesn't.
But
I don't think you trust us anyway. So why don't you carry it yourself?
We're,
I'll
say-
carry
we're
it.
saying this as we're walking, by the way, towards Shadow Star
carry
Court.
it.
We're not
I'll
just
carry it.
sitting there being like,
Just like, no,
Just
you.
swapping it around like.
shit, which one's the real one?
I can
It was
I can
probably
carry
the
it
best.
because the worst comes to worst, I can have Viros take
Varys
it and
take
run.
it away.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I trust you.
Speaking of which, not.
Yes!
I have a proposition for you.
Who we
Do
killing?
you want this? Do you want this vial that I've just taken from Alina?
Yes, my friend.
So me and Viros have this thing where every day we come up with a prank for the day,
Okay.
and I thought you want in.
100% count me in. What's the prank of the day?
Yes. What is the prank of the day?
Oh, it's me.
Viros?
It's me. Oh, Viros. Yes.
Vero says in Draconic, so only you can understand. And so he goes, I haven't thought of it yet. It's still early.
He's not a morning dragon. He hasn't thought of it yet, but he will think of a prank of the day.
Okay. Okay. Let me know. Other, I'm open to any pranks at any time, not just off V-Day. At
Let's
night's fine,
go.
or anytime's fine. But let's make our way to Shadowstar Call, where all those hoity-toity types live, and
Let's
let me.
go.
As we walk over, Max, I'm going to
Yep.
like just lean down and drag my hand across like dirt and just smear it on because I fucking hate that Lord Scott keeps talking about it. So I'm just gonna be as dirty as possible just to piss him off.
Okay. So as you walk through the same garrison of the Brasswatch, and they remember you from before, so they wave you through. And as you move into the Shadowstar Court, you find the same Lord Donley's like townhouse, and you go to the door knocker, just knock it a few times, and you open, and you see Elisaris at the back, and she goes, ah, and as she says that, you see she immediately glances towards Ven, who looks very disheveled, and then immediately glances towards Nan, who is basically dripping mud
Oi
on the
oi!
on the carpet, and she goes,
They'll wait outside.
There was a mud monster, and we had to fend it off, and here we are.
make a deception check.
Okay. Holy shit, that's really high. 21.
As you say that, she
The
goes,
mud monster.
her
Mud
face,
monsters, man.
her face immediately changes from one of like slight disdain to concern, and she goes, "Oh dear, are you okay?"
I'm alright. My friend there hurt his hand a bit. You can see the bandages around it. It's really bad. But
We're
look,
heroes. We
we
beat that monster
this is
real
what
good.
we do. This is why we're called Basia Colos Mios, the honored ones. We don't fuck around. But look, I'll stay outside because I don't want to dirty your place, you know? I know you are the one who cleans up, not
No,
Lord
no,
Scott.
no. It's okay. It's okay. You can come in. I mean,
Okay, and
after
I
all,
walk in.
you just push past her.
Yeah,
and
I
she's
just
like,
walk in. The minute she's like, you can come in, I walk in.
Yeah, and they all, you all start pushing past her, and she's like, oh, she's like trying to stop, but doesn't work. And as soon as you all sit down, and you sit down, and
Yeah,
immediately
I
there's like,
absolutely sit down on the most
Yeah.
clean looking furniture I can find.
yeah, you sit down, and immediately there's like a mud
Yeah.
imprint there. Yeah, and she's like,
The butt print.
And I
And
do
she's
I
just
do the classic like like moving around in my seat.
and she just hesitates for a moment, but she just, I'll get the Lord,
Thank
and
you.
she disappears off to the side again. You sit there 10-15 minutes, and you see Nat just trying to move all his mud spit paws just
I'm trying
everywhere,
to turn this white couch brown, alright?
just touching everything.
Yeah.
And you see Donley Scott steps out again, the same. He looks like he just woke up a little bit. His hair is a little bit messy, but he's still dressed in a very dignified manner out of his night clothes. He stands there, and all of you takes a seat at the only like sole couch. Sits down, looks at all of you, and he goes, yes, so I have my contacts in the Cloud Drop commercial. I actually have them. I've actually informed them that they're supposed to make 6 pairs of suits for
Right.
all, one for each
It'll
of you.
be 4 suits and 3 suits, 3 dresses now.
I mean, yeah, but he's saying that he's making 6 outfits for all of
Oh,
you,
okay. Yep.
essentially. Yeah, because
Perfect.
6 outfits for everyone. And so he glances very, very slowly and very obviously at Nad, who is still like trying to mess up the place, and he
Hello.
glances at Ven, but at least Ven isn't making as much of a mess. Yeah.
I'm like picking my nose or some shit like on the floor, like a fucking gremlin.
Looks in your direction, and you're like,
Yes.
yeah. That looks back to you, Sol and Alina, and
Sol just says, Nard loves baths. He was hoping that he could have that you guys could bathe him. Absolutely loves baths.
Loves the attention.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
me.
The more water, the better.
Elisaris.
Submerge his head under the water too while
Do
you're
you
at
have
it.
like sand or something in the back?
no.
Well, not my fault then. I tried. Could clean
We
this
can
off
go
with
down to the
sand.
harbor and roll
Oh
around on the
my
beach.
god.
He kind of nods, and he goes, okay, but well, either way, there are outfits. You could go to the Cloud Top commercial and find Dellen's Outfitters. He should be able to help you.
Amazing. Let's go.
To that.
And as you leave the house again, and not again, make sure to smear his paw prints all over as you leave. As you step out, he looks at all of you one last time, and he goes, "You really need to get better clothes." And he just closes it. He just closes the door.
Before we leave, I want to palm to Elisaris,
Mhm.
5 gold because I know she's gonna do the cleanup. But
Okay.
this was to piss Lord Scott off and not her. Cause
I am going before we leave. I'm gonna sneak around the side of the house. I'm gonna find like the nicest window I can possibly find, and I'm gonna pick up like a wad of dirt and make my hand like dirty, and I'm just gonna leave one like horror movie like handprint on the fucking window
just-
and like just drag it out. Yeah, and then I leave.
Yep, that 5 gold is. I'm gonna palm it to her.
Yes, you palm it to her, and she kind of accepts it, kind of understanding what you mean. You see Ven appear from the side of the
I
house
look
and just
very pleased with myself.
and just run
Do
off.
I see that like thing?
Yeah. No, you don't see it.
Oh,
But
I
you
don't
see
see
Ven
it.
suddenly
I
emerge
like
from the
no,
side.
no, no. I imagine that from the doorway, not just suddenly sees a handprint appear on the window.
Okay. I stifle laughter. I hand the 5 gold and I just spin on my heels and walk out.
Yep. And you see Ven catches up to all of you. Her hand is still muddy.
Nice.
I wipe it on Soul's tablet.
He's not wearing the tablet anymore.
Yeah,
though.
it's
I
all
wipe
right.
it on
Wait,
Soul's
yeah.
armor. Whatever. I
Yeah.
just wipe it off on
This
Soul.
is the imprint.
I saw that, Van. Good job.
Nice.
It's
Heroes whispers.
it's always
whispers in-
important.
Draconic, and he goes, "That's not the prank, though."
I know.
Oh no, that's not even a. Oh wait, I don't hear that.
It's Draconic.
It's very important, Van, to take these people down. Not a peg, but just like,
The whole ladder.
well, just put things in the way that like disrupts their well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
This rich types are. Ugh, you know.
Yeah.
But
You know how they say they're on like the top rung of society? I propose we just take down all the rungs underneath them so that when they try to step down, they just fall.
how are they on the top rung when all
I don't
they do
know.
is send people to do things in their place? I know people who are on
That's capitalism, baby.
This is why I never fucked with them.
Mhm.
Okay. So, you hit the Cloud Top commercial, and you immediately see within there the small little shops that have opened. There is one very nice, neat looking establishment, and there's a very like nice cursive letters at the top that says Dellen's Outfitter and Tailors. Yep. And as you walk in, you see this slightly skinnier man, maybe 30-ish, 40-ish human male. You assume this is Dellen, and just as you walk in, you do see that there is like a mannequin almost, and he's like measuring. He's draped like a cloth over it, and he's kind of like measuring it with some tape as you walk in.
What's his name again? Galen.
Dellen. It's just
Dellen.
Delan. That's it. It's
Dellen.
Dellen.
Ellen.
Milan.
Dellen, my
Delan.
friend. My good sir.
Spins around and immediately sees you also still dripping mud all over, and everybody else there stood before you, and his face drops a little bit, and he goes, "Ah, I see. This is Lord Donley Scott's entourage, I guess."
What's with the disappointment?
Gestures towards the mud that's on the ground.
This was from protecting you people up here from the mud monster. So a bit of appreciation would be nice. But this is also why we're visiting you. We really need new clothes.
There was a mud
Clearly.
monster?
Yes, there was a mud monster.
Where?
It was by the Blue Spring
In
Crescent.
the mud, obviously.
And in the mud of the
Where
Blue
was the
Spring
mud?
Crescent. The Blue Spring
Oh.
Crescent.
You would have think we would have heard about it about now.
Well,
we dealt it
I don't
before you
know.
could even hear about it. That's how good we are.
Apparently, you guys here don't have very good communication. Maybe all the money gets in the way. Anyway,
He
Dallin.
he kind of squints at you for a moment, and you see he like flicks his hand, and the tape just
Ooh!
goes back into his
You're gonna
hand,
kill me with the
I-
tape.
and he goes, "Now, outfits."
All
He
right.
looks at each and every one of you, and he goes, "Do a little bit of a spin for me."
I spin.
Okay, puppy.
All at once in unison.
Just do it.
I spin
put-
like a
I
ballet
put
dancer.
my-
I do a
You
pirouette. Yeah!
fucker! You
I do a
fucker!
pirouette.
I put my hand over and I plie.
And you see, as he looks, he takes as you finish the spin, he takes the measuring tape, goes to each one of you just very quickly. He takes the measurements and he goes, "Okay, just be back in 2 days."
It's funny because me and Kat would probably look the best doing that since we're the most dexterous. It would actually look
Oh,
good.
yeah,
It would
it
look
would look
really good.
sick.
I'd be like, what the fuck is this dude here?
That would be
Like
so
perfect
true.
form and shit.
Then Ven has a little bit of an issue because she has hooves.
Yeah.
So she's like,
My joints weren't made for spinning, so I just slowly tiptoe on the spot until I revolve 360 degrees.
She goes clap,
Yeah.
clap, 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 clap in a circle.
Dylan looks at you specifically, Ven, and he goes, "No shoes for you then, I assume."
No, I hate those.
Bigger shoes for him then. And
I don't know
yeah,
who
and he
he's
goes
pointing at.
to you, so.
Too soft.
And
Oh,
he
okay.
goes, yeah, and he goes, "But just be back in 2 days."
Thank you, good sir. We will be back in 2 days.
He nods, and he claps his hand together and goes, "Okay, now out."
Hey,
got
Dylan, someone
work
made a mess there, by the way, as I walk off.
You pointing to your own
Mhm.
butt.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I fucking am. Don't like the
Yeah.
rich types.
Yeah, and as you leave, Viros whispers in your ear, Ven, and he goes, "I think we should mess up his silks."
Not.
What?
Do you want to mess up some silks
Where the silks? What silks? Silks?
in there?
How do we get
Yeah,
in?
you can see in the back room that there's like silks, very very meticulously placed, like neatly by color, by like shade even, and he just like,
Can I see, like, if there is a back door?
I'm gonna look for like a window.
Yeah, or like a window to that. Like, looking in from there, do I see a window in the room?
there's no there's a window in the room on the other side, and there does seem to be like a smaller back door on the back,
Okay. Let's go around
like
there.
opposite where the cabinet is. Yeah, there's like the window.
Guys, do you want to head on? Me and Vin have business here.
Please, please, please.
We just
Don't
remembered.
ruin this.
You guys
We're
go
gonna go
for
get
Yeah.
snacks. We're gonna get snacks.
We're getting
for everybody.
snacks.
It's
You
gonna
go
be
to
great.
Erlathon. You
Snacks?
find out all that stuff, and we'll be
Yeah.
right with you.
I assume Cat Monk would be following you because you guys said snacks.
Snacks.
Okay, let's get snacks. Come on, you're
Let's
with
go.
us. You're
Let's
with
go.
us.
Snacks.
Ben goes scuttling off to the back already.
Yeah, and Catmong, you follow them to the back, and you realize that the two of them are standing before the window. I assume it's the window.
Yeah.
And looking into the room, and you see it's a back room that has a lot of mannequins that are in the corner, but more specifically you see opposite the window this basically filling the entire length of the wall, these shells and the meticulously sorted silks. There's like maybe like 100 bolts of silk in there.
I don't know how hard it's been for you lot, but I don't consider mannequin and material snacks.
We'll get you snacks. Come on, I promise. Go.
What
Shush,
from?
shush, 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 shush,
Go
shush.
distract Dallin or something. Go watch the around. Shut up. Okay, I'm
Come
gonna.
on, if you distract,
I'm
if you
gonna-
distract Dallin, I will buy you a whole tub of cotton candy.
Oh, and I say less, love. I pull out the drums and the fucking windpipes, and I go out to Dallin.
Okay,
And I'm like, have you seen a multi-musical talented Tabaxi?
And as you walk in, Dylan's like, "Wait, I thought I told you to," and you just take your
starts playing.
yeah, he just starts.
Tabaxi,
I start to try and unlock the window,
Okay,
or the door, whichever looks easier, I guess.
Before that, Catman, make a performance check.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
Oh
that's
my
Say
god!
less.
Oh my god!
What's my performance? +1.
Rolls a net
Okay.
20. Dallin starts enjoying it instead.
17 plus 1, 18.
No!
What are these rolls, man?
Bro, that's good, bro.
You all start to hear the music, and it's actually good music. coming from the front, but Dylan is there like, look, I have work to do, and they're like kind of converse,
Yeah.
but Headmong is ignoring everything that Dylan says,
I'm
and
like,
also
"You
trying to
focus."
like move out of his reach every time he moves.
Just like dancing on his
Dylan keeps
feet.
trying to grab him, and he just keeps trying to like.
Oh
the way.
shit, that's awesome.
That's
Okay.
Yeah, I look at door and window and see which one's easiest to pick, and I go for it, whichever's
Okay,
easier.
not
Looks
make
to
a
pick.
thieves tools check.
So I am proficient, which means plus
It's a
proficiency bonus, right? Plus 2.
and yeah, so
and
your
then
dex modifier plus proficiency.
my dex is 4, so plus 6. Okay.
Yep.
23.
Okay.
Nice.
So easily you go up to the window and you just no, you go to the back door, sorry, and
Yeah.
you easily just fiddle and you feel the door slowly open with a slight creak, but the noise from the front is way too noisy for.
Then immediately
for
goes
Dylan.
in and she grabs the black silk and she drags the whole thing out. So she just basically unfolds the entire bolt of silk and she just tosses it over all the mannequins so they look like those horror movie things with like the fucking cloth over them and shit.
Yeah,
That's,
like the funeral.
that's
Yes.
gonna duck under to the mannequins, or under the silk to the mannequins, and he's gonna pull out the clay he's been working on, and it's like 3 dick shaped things, and he's just gonna glue them onto each one. He's just gonna glue dicks onto each mannequin really quickly. Just apply the glue and he goes tick 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 tick.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look at the bolts of silk, right? And I'm gonna find like those like 2 colors that kind of look like really similar to each other.
Yep,
I'm gonna like rearrange them so
Oh
they're
my
like
god, that is so
yeah, so
bad.
it's like
Oh my
it goes
God.
perfectly until like one we are just like, wait a minute, that's not right, and I'm just gonna swap them all around.
It's like the
Nice.
color shades, and you're just like
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I want it to look slightly off from a distance and it takes you a minute to figure out why.
okay. And as you do that, you hear from outside, Catmonk kind of yelping as Dylan finally grabs hold of Catmonk. And
Oh,
he goes,
sorry,
I
Max.
told you
I
I
for-
have work to do.
I
Yeah,
forgot to say before, like obviously before I hit it, and I would have like taken off the overcoat, this dripping mud, so he wouldn't like know it's me. And
Right,
just
right.
make sure I'm like as clean as possible. I might leave
Right.
some things behind, but that's fine. And I'm just gonna then I'll go in, yeah. So I wouldn't go in like
And-
dripping mud everywhere because that's too obvious.
And you
I
see,
wonder who it was.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Then
as you see,
then
Dylan
then
Dylan
as
grabs.
a souvenir, she's gonna take a short sword and she's gonna take out like a nice like orange looking piece of silk. She's gonna take a short sword and spear off like one small chunk of it just as like a keepsake, and she's gonna pocket it and then she's gonna run.
And Catmonk, as Dylan is pushing you out, you kind of quickly glance in the back room and you see the 2 figures just whoop,
Yeah.
and
And-
you're like, okay, time to go.
Cotton candy time, baby.
and just to fuck with the little more, I'm going to drop the a symbol, and maybe Van would see it, and it's basically of 2 rapiers which are crossed together, and in the back is almost like a cape that looks like almost ghostly. And Max, that would be the symbol of the Night Shadow, and I just drop it, and I'm like, fuck, let's go, and I just leave it.
Okay. You just exit the shop without even bothering to see if Dylan noticed, and
No,
you just
with
run off.
gabbing.
Yep. And you see Catmonk catches up to you guys as well.
Yeah, I'm just whistling. Let's go, and we just run while he plays the
I'm going
drums.
to find the nearest candy store.
Okay. Okay. So
Mm,
it takes you a while, but Sol and Alina and Silene, as you reach the edge of Factory Wood, so very close to where Latan's workshop would be, you see, you just turn around and just like, where did the rest of the party go? And just turn around looking for a bit, and you see the three idiots coming from the back.
Just
Uh,
running.
Yeah, just running, and you see Catmonk has huge cotton candy in his hand. Like, and because of the speed that they're running, bits of it is actually like flying off
It's flying off and Virus is catching it in his mouth as he follows us from behind.
and they just skid to a halt right near you guys, and the cotton candy is still in his hand.
awesome,
love that.
perfect.
It's bright pink.
Y'all want
Yeah.
some?
Okay.
So you have Catmonk with a
Okay.
bright pink cotton candy.
I pass it to Saul. I grab a big ball and I throw it at him.
Okay. So as you wait at the gate, you realize that unlike the previous night, the gate to the workshop is closed but not locked,
Oh.
and you're able to just unlatch it on
Okay.
your own. Yeah.
Guess we're
So as you
going in,
unlatch it,
guys.
you unlatch it and you walk in, and you see the workshop. There is a very nice metallic knocker, and it's basically like the ring is in the mouth of what looks like
Oh.
a woodland creature, but you can't tell exactly what woodland creature it is. You got a feeling it might be one of those like mythical creatures that you never seen before, but it's there and just waiting.
Boom, boom, boom.
There's a knock.
Hello.
You- there's a
Earlathan.
there's a pause, and you hear some movement from behind the door. You hear the door open, and as the door opens, behind the door you see this really tall elf, but he
Ooh.
is currently dressed in his leather apron, very thick leather apron in front, similar to the one Karatos has, but you can see that it's definitely in better condition.
Nice.
Maybe middle age, but this elf has a very long stern face. There is a little bit of like greasy oil stains on his face, and you can see he has a long flowy silvery hair and a very neatly shaven
course.
beard, and even a mustache as well. He has a monocle as well, but you can see that the monocle currently is hanging off the side of the shirt. Yep. And
Even
he looks,
even the even the grease monkey elves look amazing. Always.
yeah,
Like they just never look
yeah,
bad.
yeah. And as he opens the door and he looks at all of you, a mismatch of travelers outside, he goes, "And who the fuck are you?"
Oh.
Whoa! We are. Well, it doesn't matter who we are actually. We've been sent here from Lord Scott and Brendan from the Bronze City.
I don't really know a lot, Scott.
Lord Scott Thornley.
I know a Renim.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We've been sent from random then. Whoever you want to associate with, we've been sent from them. But we were here on because we helped Random with something, and he told us to come to you and show it to you because you might be able to help. But I don't really want to do it on the streets. If you get what I'm saying.
He gives a sigh and he goes, "Fine, make it quick." And he just walks in.
Hey, why are you so like angry, man?
He just leaves
Yeah,
leaves
so
you guys there and
edgy.
just walks in.
All right,
Yeah.
I walk in following the edgelord.
Yeah. And as you walk in, you do see along the glass windows that you can see from outside the workshop. He has actually put some equipment that he seemed to have made himself on sale, and it is a strange contraption that you've never seen before, where it has a handle and like a long muzzle at the front
Oh my god,
with contraptions at the metallic contraptions at the top,
he's got a
like a
gun.
bunch of them.
He's got a fucking
Yeah,
gun.
is this a sniper?
It's basically like a flintlock almost
Yeah.
at the corners. Yeah,
Which we
and
wouldn't
there's a
know. Yeah.
many
Hmm.
yeah you would but many different designs at the corner. You
So
also
cool.
see what looks to be extendable, like almost like a gauntlet and like an extendable blade that comes out like an arm, like a hidden Assassin's Creed arm blade kind
Hmm.
of deal.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I must have that.
Yeah, you get the idea as soon as you walk in that he is an inventor that has created many different sorts of weapons. They look to be weapons at least. And as you walk in, he leads you into what looks to be his living room of his workshop that he doesn't even really keep in proper condition. And you can see that the tables are dusty. There's a lot of scrap on it. The chairs are just very basic wooden stools that he just pulls from the corner. He sweeps all the dust off the table. He just sits down and he goes, "What is it? Show it to me."
I take out the fake one and I say, "We found something that looks like this in the Bronze City. In the room that was operating there, that the fire was operating in. Yeah, we found it while digging around the main contraption, and it was just there. We think it might have been powering it. We're not quite sure. And then Renim said to come to you and show you, the contraption.
So you found a metallic contraption underground in the Bronze City somewhere.
Yeah, because the fire was out, and then there was a
Well, I heard
lot
about that.
of yeah. So, well, we had to fight a lot of automatons. They had gone berserk for some weird reason, and we managed to take them all out and restore the fire. but we found this, and Random said it might be suspicious.
And this whole thing that you were in, is the whole place really just full of metal and just with technology that you don't understand?
Yeah, I understand all
Yeah.
technology.
And you found something that Random thought to bring here.
Yes. So Random was with us the whole time. He seemed to know most of everything there, and then he saw this one thing, and he said, "Take it to Erlathan, the sexy elf man, and he will help you." He said, "Sexy
He
elf man."
gives a little bit of a sigh, but his eyes do light up at the mention of what you say, and he goes, "Well then, it looks like you might have stumbled onto one of the creations of the architects."
What?
And
Doc-
we will end the session there.
What? What?
Ooh.
What?
We will
Ooh.
end the
What?
session there.
Oh,
Yes.
One
Hello?
of the creations.
We will
of
end the session there.
architect.
Creation of architect.
Yep.
Guys, are you writing that down?
Absolutely, I'm
gonna
writing
get
that down.
Creation of architect.
I'm like creation
Yes.
of architect.
We will end the session there.
Interesting.
Oh,
Holy shit.
One of the creations.
You want to sign us off, guys?
oh
Yes,
yes.
sign us off, guys.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for DM Shroud for following us, our latest follow. Thanks for watching, joining us today in our episode 9 of this campaign. As usual, this will be on YouTube within the next 36 hours or so. But I think that's us for now, and we will see you next week. And Ray will be back next week, so he'll be joining us. We'll have our good little elf lady,
With-
Silene, and I think that's us. So thanks for watching, and we'll see ya.
Stay safe.
Bye bye.
Bye.